enche ye be hyase na ye di enkomo na ansa na no ene eye Paulina Puadaga a ofri na Vrongo ene eye wonso wawoda we adwuma a Bolga Regional Hospital nti we di efigare ba figo ono eye national police ni tesa no haya ai na wose omawontiri nkwa nti Paulina Puadaga awo na Vrongo Bolgatanga Regional Hospital ene eya woda nti yamawontiri nkwa emu etiri nkwa mpa sanso ena wedi ayra hosam kakra ababa wa bia na minimu no years back in Kofurudua ubu nana yefre no ena ubu ye jane kwan ewo Kofurudua oye BD police emani rise ya to the rank of sergeant and fufianto ata okoya ya yasa enti enne yebema abushani nyina hyede ni nua ba Gloria ene abushafo nyina Kofurudua na nopei na ombeye adeda no aye de so mu bia enti ebekoso ewo Prison Park ayewo Kofurudua ti na nopei sukufu a omuku suku nya akyerkyerefo a mfanchemi na omo normal technique nyina Kofurudua nsukwa se mamu ben ho no nkoboa ne mfenya obu kwan sense obu de na ye nyina ye nuaba obu ti no pay ya kwasam kase pa na medema no sanso na kyira hene na mintaferi so no so na bere wadafom nti ono so usumi bi wuro ne de to so nwotwe na ebepe no krabere nti ebere no so a nyina yebekọ na yakokuja na akọboara ma na dija na bere wakwan sanso na Kabuki Ventures ono so ma meda fam enti Kabuki so bebia wo bia no onso ye ma hyedin papa ana no pay abejafo be kamensa ame no bi di enkomo ye be adwumadi na me be bubu mudin e de akyere mo ma kuma queen mesha se de afi akyire ho pe eye Ebo Bokman the last time oba show yisu no na oye member edema movement for change the last time Ebo Bokman eba sajumedi so no na oye movement for change member na so enne Ebo Bokman enye movement for change member bio na mo no Ebo Bokman eye communication team member edema United Party communication director
or deputy communication director
deputy anti so we push pa anti on deputy communication director edema United Party wonti nkwa
yeti that's
ya wa about na se
yes yeah of course yeah but abatina yes you have come to stay
sir when you break pass like
papa.
Seriously
oh yes of course
you be do nkomo
okay
you be do nkomo pa afi de ocho no so Emmanuel Anyima di akrofota de frɛ no first no ne elembele keke he say there o say onya post nti no elembele keke ne yanka Emmanuel Anyima no na say ye frɛ no ona deputy CEO edema Minerals Commission ni post so nti say no elembele keke no o say fan she fridge mu bere pemu no so pese yi pe be ye pe elembele ke hwe Emmanuel Anyima akpaka no
Agya Kwabena vete Agya said that me no tell dey me ejuma mi kro mo frame keke makatro bia say dia eni me ano no keke me I don't believe in titles and sane man boss ne honorable ne man I told them
keke na ope
keke na o frame keke am okay nti to me frame elembele keke
that's elembele keke o se kwanda honti no michum sane Emmanuel Anyima aka elembele keke And I feel the other so George Korobia Asante, ono Deputy National Communication Director Edema NPP. Internet mode 2 Deputy Communication Directors. Baku, what the original deputy. Now what they make hey, she no when yasamu. Asamu nifi, she no one kofa samamba. Nti Krabia George nso ewa ha na fi minifa so opani ba kwa ye ka nipa o madwunu mu dofa hwehwemu ye ho a waben pa ono ena sa book ye kura mi ya to the criminal behavior corporate crime and investigations enu nie book ni din criminal behavior corporate crime and investigations ono no twere ye ka wo so nipa omo no so wiase kakra bi me ka wadwuna siso se saafo no wo munim die wo ma wo saa nim die no omo ye kakra bi na wo wiase Nyankopon adom ga na ye wo bi enti ye wo bi no obekan se ofi ha ye ni bedi nkomo afa criminal investigations ene niam abako bi no miensa bi ho na opani wabahada na watwere books bibiri na book yi wo hyeda atwere na odi midin kura hyemu ha kama na odi abeche me ye friend Owura Richard Kumado oye security consultant wa bin papa na bibiri oye ne hwehwemu fande bibiri ye Owura Kwaba.
Thank you.
That's spouse no womre bibiri free oba ha na pay no ye ho do ne wo ho do nti en oba nti abidwafo ndam ase en momre e ma mu nyina Akwaba ewie ye be chance no me pese ye hwe asem bi a asi atwam dada na ehun sam na kwa na bra sa ena sisi die atoni general se asem no woni akire bio asem amerika yi ay abranche Ahmed Swale sa Ahmed Swale na oka taga I4 no Anas Arabia Anas team na investigations no na abranti waka ho bi abranti century a kukuamu nsem ana mu yidipie nti obekai a Owura Kwesi Nyantachi yesi we wa ha ni nyina wo mu na kwa hwehwemu kwa akiri yansasa na nyina apipi dakro abranti no ni fie gate ya no sana nkrofo atete no ofi krom odu fie no ani fie gate ya no tio po ono bonu tio ku no ewo Ghana he ya bepem nne yehuniti ehune nai na atoni je na kansa asam no woni akire bi no e ma nipa bebra adwunu mu ye omo na kakra ni titiru ani ya ye senchorofo no esense me amika sei ebetumi atome na so rade man impare me enti e ban sa na I should be concerned esense here se medwene ho kwa akire yi pa anu ti ne Owura Kumado bi din komo na no pay na ye bisa se ye ba investigations especially criminal investigations a eye awudi a eden na ye kum eden no mugina so ede asam ne court bretintin be na sese san hwemu ne edi se ko ba se bi edin pan court a charges no yetumi sisa no wo bra mo eye no ana se sisi a attorney general ka se ye discharge ni se so we discharge no so ai ne den Owura Kumado be chirim obetuma akotwe asam na san ba bio ana asam na wu Owura Kumado e da se papa ye ba ye ka criminal investigations a ye wo investigations ba ma chiche mu bebre mo wo civil wa hu na criminal na de ka ho say wiem hye konya kwanhia yi say ni nyina ka investigation ye mra criminal investigations hu pa obuku ye criminal behavior and I corporate crime and investigation tm crime investigations hu ewudi see how do you gather evidence?
Okay, in the case of Yenua Ameswale, ye bonitu kumnu, enti ebanisa na ye police.
Okay.
As the first point of contact, and it's a police for bar. omo nyama 1 2 3 bia ya ombe one of the first things ombe bisa say who were the eyewitnesses no ye ni omo akasa in a way they just want to hear what the eyewitnesses saw Ekobani say eyewitness ukasa then you become a witness in the case at court.
Okay.
Police for never decided.
Some hani chirimu yi pa. Sa sem sina say bia police for ba so baby so bia asemu a. Obi onipo no hu ade ne pa na oya danse ne ni tua mu pa no. Na otwe no one person also nkasa because osoro say obenya police asem. Obenya aban asem.
Exactly.
Enti ni say obi dia danse a na eno nkire say de be ko gina court so obi dia danse ho.
No, police for never decided.
Okay.
And never bua ma police for who say okay enti we ni na see. Enti to some extent etimi ba say obetimi akọ court akọ obakọ testimony about the case. Benye all the situations are because we need the eyewitness in it. Police for be can say be an investigator and I say be boa investigators no and I say be witness in court.
Okay.
And so that is one. It is also true to say and the outcome of all investigations are etimi copy or court to say prosecution. But seba in the case of murder, in the case of Ameswali, the state has decided to prosecute the case.
Okay.
Before said the state will decide to prosecute the case, nature said the state will gather evidence against whoever is responsible for the killing of Ameswali.
Okay.
If the state has nobody to send to court, then it means that the investigation is not concluded. The reason being that Ubeko court as investigators, you were near me and Sambia, eta hard jump papa. Number one, the quality of evidence I would call court. Because some evidence are admissible and some evidence are not admissible. Then say a court that is if the investigators are prosecuting and answer the Attorney General is prosecuting. Two things one the trial processes and then number two the court proceedings and it's man. And to onyani wrong and it's to me a 30 case no. So we are looking at admissible evidence, the trial processes and the court proceedings and the prosecutors are aware. Ye Chrome Hano, what we have done between the NDC, me time na me ejuma or BNI, not the BNI goes to court to prosecute cases. NDC and NPP have changed it a little bit. These days is the Attorney General who is the number one prosecutor. So we say that the Attorney General is the number one police officer and the number one prosecutor. Until before the Attorney General can say or call court, then they have the evidence that will be admitted or admissible in what? Court. So in the case of Ameswali there now, Omukọ court, it means that to the extent that Dr. Ayeni has said they should discharge the guy, it means that the evidence they have could not stand the test of time. Agya Kwabena, it means that the evidence they have could not stand the test of time. It also means that guy now, Omudini Koko said he is the first suspect in the Ameswali case. It doesn't mean that he has been acquitted and discharged.
Okay.
Because a crime suspect in a particular case, you can be arrested severally relating to a specific case and answer other crime cases under investigation. And to say, a new evidence that pins the guy back to the killing of Ameswali. This is what it is. And the long and short of the case is that, Omanya suspect, you are a suspect and you have to be proven guilty. And which means that the evidence we have could not stand the test of time. And so that is what the Attorney General said. The police have to go back to the field and do more investigations to see whether they'll be able to gather something. It's also important to say some investigations can take 1 week. Others can take 1 year. Others can take 10 years. Others can take 7 years. It doesn't mean that the investigations have come to a close. But to the extent that the current Attorney General said, we do not have enough evidence to prosecute this case in court, it means that the evidence we have was not enough or was not concrete enough. So that's what happens.
What can be na me pese hwe ade a Attorney General gina so no nti o kan say asɛm no onni akyire bio no ɔse AG office carried on by advice from the AG office ɔse the evidence presented to his office no to this office is therefore okay meba mame hyɛ sɛ mfamfiri ha ɔse the call record placed the accused person's phone in a vicinity where the deceased was killed. However, the presence of the accused in the vicinity based on his phone location alone is not sufficient to charge him with murder of the deceased.
Correct.
In just say, Abrantia quarantine or so. Na edinigina court no. Almost say, na ni phone. Almost sure no say ni phone. I was have vicinity ho. Actually say ono so ne abrantia no ono ametwale ne obi a onante onimu omunimo ho ena omu say ni phone e vicinity wo nti ne say ni phone vicinity wo na say ametwale wudi a na say obi a wonimu no na say hu bon omu kakra na say atonje na kire say ni phone na ho no en kire say ono no di say wo no does that Papa.
Yeah, definitely. It means that now almost share evidence. And to almost share evidence, they look at all manner of things. They gather intelligence and many of those things. Eyewitness is your one source of intelligence. Omo amonim Ameswale could also speak to the police. Omo amonim Yenana, Omo China, Omo Jaino, they could also speak to the police. And as a result of they speaking to a lot of people surrounding the death of Ameswale. There be a voice and communication verification. Voice and communication verification no na culture say ye huni phone as at that time no around baby Ameswale wo. But with the court the defense team will come and tell you that the fact that you can locate his phone around there is not enough proof to say Onoko Ameswale. If that is the only evidence you are sending to court, because the defense lawyers can throw it away. And that is what happened. Okay. Now, Seba phone in terms of investigations, they can do several things to the phone. Okay. And the location of the phone enough alone cannot be pointed to the fact because they find the phone within the space. He's the one who killed Ameswale. You need to pin him down more so that your evidence against him should be so much of a quality that the defense team will have difficulties in saying that he wasn't the one. Then you can persuade the judge. But with the way court to say, as a result of having his phone around there, he might be the one to kill Ameswale. Yeah, it could be true. It may also not be true. So that is why they send the case out and saying that the police will need to go back to the field to investigate more if we want to pin down whoever killed our brother Ameswale.
Yan share phone be an location no wa omo hu no. Na yan fan toto ba ko omo kan ho. Omo say as of April 2025 no, 30th April 2025 no na record ho no e kire say wo mu ehu phone wo ho ene afuso vicinity wo nti na is abrante na vicinity wo. But send say on monitor Ameswale ni movement. Na omutumi de agina ade na omutumi de agina so ye bibi sa na omode bae but wotie de atonje na kan na o se sa evidence no omode bae na omo ka de afa wo sa sema me kan no emu hadodo
exactly
wotumi nyina so nka se uhunu phone ha na uhunu movement
wo yeah voice and communication verification one yes your home phone no UT Studios. Now ya home nipa onini kasa ye. Sometimes we can go back to 3 months ago, 3 years ago, 3 weeks ago, 3 days ago, 3 hours before the death of Ameswale, or 3 minutes before the death of Ameswale. Now ya share nipa oni omo kasa ye. The nature of the conversation with an order from the court, they can have all those records. So some home phone no UT Studio. And none of those communications linked to some level of contact. No. The defense team are very good lawyers that they will throw the case out.
Investigative team no. Investigations team no. One more betumi akasa okay. And na sa telco we network na se mesi use. Enti e ba je
yeah, the amount. Yeah, it will go to court, and the court will give an order. It is the court order that they will use to do the communication and the verification confirmations.
Okay.
But yeah, private investigators as of today, we can use both the orthodox means and the unorthodox means. But the court, the court will want you to prove methodology how you see here to get the phone communication records of the person and to be court for court order. Now you're out court order, now they are called telcos, particularly when you are coming from the police or the BNI.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I send back one okay, but from person who tells us a person say, "Be no so be gina dey en komo no." Say additionally, none of the sketches. Say bidi boni bi amutumi say nipa no etuntum tenten na the three doors o anonwi. Ntiro ma drama sketch ya. Na utie the Attorney General Edebaye na. Was say additionally, none of the sketches of the assailants generated by the police based on the vivid description of eyewitnesses resemble the accused person. Intends to say, omo draw nipa na say asemasi no omo timoto no so edi ewu nipa ho ehu wo mo no chese say no obte no omo draw enso no ene abrantie no ye quarantine no enhia enti
na chese eyewitness no you very weak person. You are there your friend with the blind spot of everybody. Obia was the blind spot. And what he or she saw, any the rare picture no is not the same. That is to say, Ghana Police Service, there were a number of people there with PhD. And as a doctorate in when it comes to sketches, visual, we call it visual something. We use it for sketches, for investigations and all that. Within the Ghana Police Service and within the security agencies, they have many of those ones. But near eyewitness need the moment is not what it is. Nature say phone verification on the call a week. Sketches no the call to pin the guy to the death of Amensuale is also very weak. And I wasn't surprised that Attorney General said the police must go back to the field. But okay, what we are doing in this country is that we are piling up too many mystery deaths. We have not been able to get the evidence that can go to court. Rocco Frimpong, the Gapua woman, a number of them. I don't know why we did it so, but we are piling up too many mystery deaths. Now, it gives prudence to people who want to kill people. Say, Kwame Koya ya nyane hwe enti amasu koya enkosi hwe
na sa sam na nam se me ba so na ya tumi aye yi na uti Attorney General say wo hwe sansam no ba nyina na investigative team no ntumi ampini abrantie no se oka wo mo edi ewo no hu bi ana se ebia wo area ho a che se ono ka ho bi ene atutu opeja atu ana se obo bi man fa atu edi wo mu se ebi obetumi aka ho de nanso wadwene na wo de ibu enye se bia uhunu no se wo ye ntiro mutumi fa nya yi na me de bi sia sanso bi sa wo se ye ka awudi a ayobi nkwa enti onipa na ye kunu no na busuafo na dofo ene even obi o wa chiri kwa hwe se ye behwehwe mo hu nipa ko poti oku asemasi meta hwe ayi bi ewo DSTV crime and investigations onipa no tumi wu 30 years wo mo tumi investigate ya ko hu nipa eku no ba ko bi papa no oku nipa na I think I was just 35 years papa na nya 90 years o mo hu so no ku abrante enti no wa ba kwakora na obewu kura no o mo che no and mo enti o mo yehwe ma no kwachiri but yeah man mu gada ha no ho inse bebre yesisi yentumi enya no pomasi bere se asemasi obenti eneta weni wewu achi na nipa na to weni kura mponti ena wo buku no ana bibia te sa jebi dan kwa adudie whole MP yente hwe Rocco Frimpong ono so nipa titru ono so ho sanwasan yente hwe mami gapo hamuma yi sa nansenya mpo mi se legon professor yi nansenya mi se nungwa ho ba bi ohima bi a okwakosai so to ono se kun no ano se sa nansenya mi se so tuom ano so and it's like dia no kwa na ekon so yen se de hu investigations ni ntumi nye ana say eyeden.
Many years ago, I welcomed women in this country. I was one of the people they put in the field to look for the killer. At the end of the day, we were able to identify who the killer is. who the killer was and how many women he killed and where the other women came from. And to be effective as an investigator, and I said to build a case that will stand a test of time, it depends on a number of things. Investigative resources could be one of them. The competencies of the investigators could be another one. Then the quality of eyewitnesses relating to the case could be another one. Then the motivation of the state Nkasa to investigate the case, it could be another one. Then you also have manpower. You know, in the Ghana Police Service, somebody start investigation, they transfer them, and another person will have to come and start all over again. So these are some of the few things that can sway investigations in the direction we don't want to or we want to. What is important, now the Attorney General said the police should go back. With the Ghana Police Service, they have a crime scene department that is very good. That is the good thing about Ghana here. The crime scene can go back to the field and reconstruct the crime scene. Now, frontline investigators, no. So they have the ability to go back and dig deep and find out who were the killers of Ahmed Swale. So, it's something that is doable.
So, former IGP, Dr. Kufu Dampare, or you say cold case file.
Yeah, they are all cold cases.
Yes, cold case files. See, near Shekwan says, department, you know, a bit sign, but I say, Bema, your son, when yai, a woody somewhere, Yanti once in beer, be breathing in a bit when you're Mona, you who be a depending feeling in Tom Ye, a BB a teacher. And so I say, I don't know, you said that to be a bepim sabri. Would you say a Kobani say ya? They say no. I'm a solid in 2 will be any. Ruko Frimpong, Obianim. JB Dankwedu, Obianim. Mame Gapoa Mami, Obianim. Or him a ya, Okusine Hema war, Laya, Big German, yes, Nipano, or no Quanabu, a tupu, Obianim. Ma or Hema Bakubi on also a tupu, also Obianim. And you know, I quite say, a woody never coso, a becoso, Nipa, a dear woman, motive into dear woman, Obianim. Ebwayeni.
Definitely not. Sometimes it's also to say that the state itself can be complicit. Because the state versus whoever killed the person. Until the state in Nkasa can be complicit in many of these cases. Then it's also go back to see the capacity of the law enforcement officers. Then investigators within the time are the case in Momo. Young ladies know what takradi. The crime scene for the call. They saw what happened. There was another case around the Upper East or something. Somebody died mysteriously. They sent the crime scene people there. They were able to do the job. And we need to look at it again. But I think the state in Nkasa, sometimes they can be complicit in the reasons why we are not getting to the bottom of some of these cases.
What did I credit the baby never imagine? Say, I quite remember that time now. The boss here, Tiwa, Adudankwa. Now, or can sense Yehunu more ha, your way, Yehunu or baby, they are safe. Yehunu, Intino, Nessa, and someone with the burning in a baby as you know, Nantisa. I'm mistrust be Abamimi Muse. I don't trust investigations anymore. Because nipa na brief no man kasa ni nyina no oh ye hu omo ha me ho nipa ni ho ntiase parents ne na edofo nyina nya hotoso se nipa no nwi nkwala no nwi enso ko wi ase no enompa bi ne yakofefa obabi se sa nompa ni yesa nkwada no ene ho nsam ho nya ntino as we speak se ye nkwada no dompa wu se nyom dompa wu me ameti hei omo se mu dompa ba te bia me nyini ebi obi nso nyini eden na man ematuma ne basa
sometimes inconclusive investigations create trust issues for the prosecutors and I said the state. When prosecution takes a long time and also to create trust issues for the state, any the frontline investigators. And in these particular cases, cold cases, you know, inconclusive investigations, one. Number two, the inability of the prosecutors to do a good job. And these are the two things are creative problems now, but to the extent that Attorney General said IGP go back to the field and make sure the job is done. Mijidipa said they can put men to the field and make sure they get to the bottom of this particular case.
Oba kuma do mama ho me so kakra na mababedwafo so na ye di nkomo sense ye kan no oba ka say bi awiasa mansan enhwe yen omo kenkan tie ni nyina nti de akoba nyina omo nim ni nyina nti se anhwe yi a ebe wiase na nugwase na eka oman no obi obabi kra na ne yam hyehye ne se na me koba na se bi batumi na me ye ndey ni nti ye ne bre sama se tumi hwe na George in koma ye die no nipa wasam ne akwa remember MP baako na yire kwa police ni mse yire ne besi na nan infantimai MP no kwansa ono so bepim ne em so ono kana asam no so say yes robbery am robbers so say den no no so bepim ne enti wo de ye hwe the caliber of the people ye come asam no the omo ye high profile personalities and na BBC to omo na to omo wi a ebe wi ase o ya investigation safe o fine na enkosi hwe enye bibia hu asese ye ma ye ne kum so man
Agya meda wasipa anope watare na efe
pedasi
utela no first kan bi koka no
okasa
Gempa law school first year group A fo nyina minister do na ehwe hitman ene osofo ne Batman Samini mu nyina me chairman of rescue ni Mwamakana. Naminchia, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, the next president of Ghana. Ni no na parabono ashasia or then in sempa to delegates him. Also one day he will campaign on issues. He will campaign on his records. Na onko chano, onko titi and nuanu naso. Isanso jitumu say politics and the dominate. Na say whoever will be we need the 31st elections no. Would have to rally the support of Omo Makanina. This is what, as a national officer, Mitia Etomakomaso. Na me board Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so say was sinkete say obe foster unity in the party. Na waboy aja.
We dey kanya eno ansam ne yeka ba. Na ka me besides as national executive no. Wo ho kwa so betumi endorse one particular candidate wo bra eye contester. More national executive so na mo share so mo want aba no
as a national executive means me here power babia power ni betimi afra ba no it matters to me and o pekra me nye campaign chia na me dey about the former vice president and the former flag bearer of our party and am chia no ye be ba hoja nkomo na o de ba no pa ye de security issues no I
he's not supposed to be campaigning. Stop him.
Odi kakasa
that's a sub topic
Miniana ja odi kakasa no very deep okasa no na me tie pa ultimately say he knows his staffs and security adwuma no waya che asoman bamboy ade hu hia obi Ghana ni bia and the constitution the 1992 constitution place at the doorstep of the president say obe make sure say Ghana ni bia bambo be senensa no make sure say obe protect the citizens constitution de ho ahode ni tumi bi obe hia bia aka no aka de bia wo say etimi bo ma panyini kan ye constitution na boano ema otimi ye na adwuma article 57 talking about the executive, the president as the head of government and then commander-in-chief of Ghana Armed Forces. To me in the constitution of the Aman. Now, and obeti yesi yakumubi. Obeti yesi yakumubi. So, TV program now cancer ocean. Meso I na bi wa mi DH. So be advanced economies, especially America, some part in Europe no. Any per nguma yankata na chikrasa. Whatever the cost may be, no matter how long it will take, the security agencies will make sure say omobitimi unravel ekwanya nipa no say bi nipa bonefo a omudi sa hurukasem no ba ye mamu hanam ya ka say I just say bi am nim so as observation we are if it has to do with a police person say police ni bi nipa bonefo bi to hye ne so anadi di bone bi say ya no matter where the criminals will be police for becho
what kind of mama gina ba ninja ene okuninja ene wonu I'm not telling me police for me I remember those days na swalaba ehona na nipa hye
bad guys no
yeah omo komba omo the bus be so omo the enfian no mkro mko inside na no makoso akrim da sa bebu bus no do omko but they were able to trace the be amkuku won na sefo
Ghana Police Service. I was happy when he mentioned say they have a very specialized unit and a department unless they will not do it. The intelligence department of the Ghana Police Service bonisi wa Ghana na se omo ka se omo be unravel na omo cheche omo na omo apprehend omo yes I will ka some omo timi aye. But there is a serious pattern be. That is my observation. I could be wrong, I could be right. Me did this I refer train we now so me be ya adwene. Say or how be saba na if a police personnel ho regardless of babia ahuka for the channel. Police will be able to accost them normally emrano edio. Yeah, best that energy whatever that strategy was announced to me a boa mom timi hu say a police ni ahom keka ene ehare so mutimi di investigation ma omode boneyefo no ekomrana no to any other citizen of this republic e was say ahom keka no so ewo ho because we can't have a system say we the system no e dey say dey system no ewo ekwan a efa so ne nkrofo bi di ene ewo kwan a efa so ne nkrofo bi edi ewiase ade ya pan so behwe odihie na wantimi am fight for justice. So there is no way you can bring back the life in him or her. But the only assurance, the only thing about my family needs satisfaction. And he said the perpetrators of that crime will be brought to book. Now Koba said Sebi JB Dankwa di min kabusian for yao and I no pay. Yenuya Ahmed Soare. You give a number of such kwanya ahukafo abonefo efaso gidi park reference basa it brings a state of insecurity and now I'm planning yam shisho and then kobo be say no me for instance I will not even be happy yourself because when you are talking about the security or the safety of the citizen I mean we are part of it. It can happen to you, it can happen to me, it can happen to Elembele KK and Ebo. I think security for should be up and doing. And I said, if I am of the firm belief that they need to reopen investigation. They cannot come and tell us, looking at the issues surrounding this very, incident. The police can do better than this. They should not be in a hurry to close the books. They should not, because Sebi, they say crime has no expiring date. Crime has no expiring date. And yet, if really the police, because that's the only thing. Family, I'm imagining how the family will welcome the news. That Odessia Yakum. Now the only thing left for you to have some form of satisfaction. And they say, Emrano, ebetimi identify omumdi boneno. Now you trauma so. Now, but that's why I know what kind of news you say. Yes, say you are discontinuing with the investigation and answer with the case. Ebasa yeni ebusuana ndini Mesre Attorney General, Mesre the IGP, any all the security agencies are holding on. Omo come trimpa ho. So expecting no free say omo lakia. They should let us know. There's nothing wrong. Say aja say you ube import an expertise. That's a tikroma you be paying. There have been disasters. It's make of specialist if free amanone. It is if it is a matter of say they are lacking the expertise. They should let the people of Ghana know. They should let the people of Ghana know, because we cannot continue to be in a state where yakum for good. It's life doesn't matter to anybody. What you say? Life doesn't matter to anybody. So if we are able to accost and apprehend omumudi bonia, the most important thing a woman is it serves as a deterrent. For any like-minded person, be our certain upon say, or no opportunity, and when you acquire will be disaboned. It's your best. They should not look at it from the way of it has more far-fetched, effect than what they can imagine. Because some of these actions continue, it will embolden Omo Hukasem and Omo Baba Beya Omo Fahom, because
When you say
at the end of the day,
Enkusiaga
said okay.
Already,
no ama from the an expertise point of view.
Okay.
Yeah, the Kakre reckon say we are urging the Ghana Police Service together with other security agencies, and with Omanpanyi John Dramani Mahama as Commander-in-Chief of Ghana Armed Forces, a constitution, as one also Ghana for Hobai. Your best friend say, or no, so whatever resources be a police for here and I say, Bibina, Emo Majumayano, Ebeboam Adimwa, or also as a president must provide for it. Okay. So and we can live in an environment where you PSA, the only thing I no matter the situation in Ghana need energy, the stability we are enjoying in this country. We don't want to be walking about in fear. It's your best Ghana Police Service. We know they can do it.
No, many who be my Maminko Elambeda, yes, oh, Pempino, I dear Bakwa, Mediana, may dream home. I'm so say, and only say, raising tear will be a baby. I idea who here, pa, a beer, or depend Korea, dear. I don't know Korea, and the day in Korea, and yet acts no. Now, the motive behind the acts no. And as a shepherd. Then Tiafan Sir Ahmed D. Sanke to which in Crawford, I could deport him, see a moment to Sanamono. I don't know. JB Danko do D. On any few. Abrosanso. Nipa Coho. Obiante. Just say, Obeka last minute penny because penny sana Kwabena so with the announce some. Enti say would it say this about na you who raises inti an krofo no di say wu no a eboye masa oman no e bia bibi esi eye e de esi sa ne mana no a yatumi aye na nkwa nkoba ne sa na say na mu say yo say ya enye hu
Agya Kwabena anope mechia wahwefo nyina
nyina joso
na mechia His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama na mechia me MP Honorable Imano Makofibua the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources me sector minister machia ilembelefo nyina na machia abedwafo a yeshia wa hase eja metie Dr. Kumado ana prof ana
any of them is okay.
Oh, we are doctor, we are prof. Oh, fine.
Just say Richard Kumado.
Also better titles.
GTech for other women.
GTech for other women.
Me a professor, doctor professor emeritus.
Okay, so Richard Kumado acheche the expertise in terms of our criminal jurisprudence. Our table way so. Now, as a student of the law, at least me LLB me procedure called Makola. So we law in criminal law. There were obi a criminal law. Obi a bekache say a bad crime prosecution no very 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 difficult. Inti se otisi eku obi ana BBS because of innocence. You have to prove beyond reasonable doubt. And that is the burden of proof in criminal law. And that burden of proof lies with the prosecution, the state. And the state, a prosecution. I was so to me gather concrete evidence. And yet just in civil law, you have to prove a preponderance of probability. So that one you can use probability. The probability can, but in criminal law, the burden of proof is serious, and that burden of proof, say crime, say a murder. There are elements within the crime. Now, I was so to me establishing every element within the crime, and now every element I was so prove beyond reasonable doubt. Says our element we are proving, fun to say a murder, no, a DNA constituting murder. So it's murder, no, it's a whole element, or you sue offensive weapon, or you say, it is our element in now, or establish Bakubiana. I was so proving evidence because the fact is there, and you need to prove evidence. It's criminal law, be a kind case of Otin versus the state now. That is where the Supreme Court established the proof of burden in criminal jurisprudence. As Supreme Court need to take a decision. Say in that case, the Supreme Court need to say proving guilt of somebody is not by mere establishing preponderance in civil law and criminal law. So I'm establishing even in the Chachuchikata case, the Supreme Court even reiterated that in cases in terms of criminal, no, the two things I was saying, the evidence that you bring before the court, and the two, so prove in our court. In criminal law, no, there are two things that was to me established as the prosecution. What we call the mens rea and the actus real. The mens rea is the state of the mind of the accused. Into that state of the mind, no, I was so to me established say nipa krono adwene ben no nya ya is that criminal mind no actus mens rea no, that mens rea no, is it intent say wa sheda so obeya na after we are no be establish what we call the actus real. The actus real ni eno na wo ba establish the act say odwene ho no oteki act no ye no e kose na medana into no enyes easy say oti meda obi ewu enu ntino yenko court na 2 days ayenwe trial no. The prosecution must do a lot of investigation to say the Richard Kumado kai no. Into this investigation no I was say come out with concrete evidence. And yes sir, Agya Kwabena see the sorry who imprison innocent people. Now say you be to prison for more than 20 years so say there later call here ko appeal you ko say nipa kro no kra no sir enyo no
be America so be 37 you don't or them 37.
There is this one case BBB Asante. Yes we repeat akola defilement to say rape. Rape. Ye just because of say ya nye DNA. Into the court then take measures to make sure say you be establish concrete evidence into manyem krobia sebi oyoba manyem no krobia akola under 16 years into a defilement and a defilement no and the emfa ho say whether we give you consent or now we give you consent in our criminal law or below 16 years no a defilement into once on another akola na anyem nko ade you say on na die. But the court refused to establish say yes say manyem na e dey na betumi establish say manyem no ye wo akola na e was say pick DNA ye fa akola ni DNA ni ye fa papa ni DNA ni establish e be say ampa papa no
no nyem na na sa nyo no nyem
ya nya sa de no ene ye dey abrante no go to jail because ye say e defilement ene ye dey no go to jail because prosecution na anya the juma yi. At the end of the day, no innocent person go jail for so many years. You do go jail for 1 day. It is not easy. No, ashefo, Mr. Moa say Attorney General say, Assembly, we free court for now. It is because Attorney General ain't to me establishing any concrete prosecution into me evidence. Yes, I will jail innocent people. And I know say the learned Attorney General, Dr. Ayini, one of councils, senior councils, mu bi yedi nechi enra me ni hia obi no ka kire me say October we obenya 30 years at the bar, and it is not easy to be called at the bar and practice for the 30 years enye easy eja na enra nkra ye frɛ ye nuanom a enra no munya 1 week at the bar kra no. See the excitement and the joy and all those things, because to go to so I was starting law, it is not easy to go through LLB and go through Makola, and it is tedious. It's, you know, as a learned Attorney General, no, I believe say he knows what he's doing, and the Constitution is clear, fundamental human rights. MOBR, you cannot prosecute somebody and just say you are guilty or not guilty. You need to establish concrete evidence. So for me, I know that ote emra na ase a enye se ase eku obi keke akose meda na ase bibi eno nti na wo say you to me a prosecute 3 days 4 days. It may take some years, but at the end of the day, no, it is the trial process, no, that we need to establish a concrete evidence. It is what when we say taking years, and yes, we are calling witnesses. It is said, you know, you to me for obi, no be able describe you obi, ni a draw, Osha American way, ni you also on the same, ni a draw, no, you draw, and you are checking the background, you're checking the background, and you who the oye, you be to me traces any pakrono for 1 year, ni a say, ampa. So it takes time in criminal prosecution, especially in murder and all those things, because of the evidence that you need to adduce in the court.
Elembele, say what can say we are yan share say edoso. yɛn fa ne sɛ deɛ me bobɔ so yikura no ɛmi sɛ me bɔ bɛyɛ 6 also anya hwe kran ke bu ba kumpo kɛkɛ yɛn so we deɛ yɛn hunu sɛ asemesi anase asemesi no benti na kɔyɛyɛ ana asemesi no kɔyɛyɛ na weni nti na kɔkɔyɛyɛ na ma abutoyɛ mu sɛ oh anya hwe kran na ba ku bi o hwan ne etumi ehu ba we deɛ bia na
Agya Kwabena. Sometimes you say ote outside the court na to say a journalist to say yeah say what is happening in the courtroom. Sometimes these are some of the arguments I be raising. In our criminal jurisprudence, who say there were 2 types of trials in Ghana. There were the summary trial and the trial on indictment. Indictment, you know, a judge on a jury etenase. Eja ibetumi akọ se jury ba kumpo amba jury ni ye omo aya select omo mbebo judge no mo take decision onye judge ni po na take decision judge ni de ote ho jury ni na be akotena se take decision mo yu say decision na judge ba be pronounce in the courtroom inti say ye meda eda jury ba ko be yare no sa da no case no kra ye nka inti jury no ye select so mo ye 5 omo ye 10 omo ye we ni ye select jury na ba kumpo amba saa da ne nka case no nti jury no say ene ba ko amba ochena ba ko amba case ne enfre etumi take time na cases na Agya Kwabena so every day we bet criminal case and attorney general juma egu ne so no so or advise government or yes say nti no it takes time but I believe that we share your criminal law now we read a lot of cases in criminal law you realize say in Ghana we practice best in your criminal jurisprudence is one of the because of we believe in the fundamental human rights of individual. And say I believe that Attorney General will do the right thing and we'll get to the bottom of the matter.
To add to what my brother I said, as investigators, ubisa say Banisena Yeku Ameswali. You are talking of the motive.
Yeah.
We can tell you the motive, but the court doesn't accept it. The court doesn't accept it. So we are looking for evidence to confirm the motive. And that is what the Attorney General takes to court. Because the court will not accept the intent. Any the motive. No. But investigators need here. So trend analysis. Now we categorize the cases and we do the jurisdiction and many of those ones. We can tell you this is why this guy is killed. And these are the likely people who are capable of using a gun to kill somebody, using a knife, and where you stay, and the risk assessment that comes with many of those things. So here, Juma or Gapua, this is the reason why you can be killed. You are a professor in Legon. These are the reasons. Then we bring the motive in, but the court because a murder case in NT, because a criminal case, the onus of proof is very huge, and that is why you need a concrete evidence to pin it down to the particular person. Considering the fact that this is a democracy and everybody is entitled to a lawyer. And the defense lawyers will not just come there and watch you put somebody in prison.
No.
Because they are also conscious of the fact that the guy could be innocent. So you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt.
It's a serious burden of proof.
Ebo in komo ye di esan say nipa nkwa ho asemuti na my world kakra moreover nipa no science and training jebi dan kwa di bai metu aka se me di akire pa afia me na mesi anam am bia me kan bi ne ekoba na obeti sei ochina chi sei na sa na fi ye nkobio ya san ko cha brante no sa ye mu sa na ya bedu be eduru ni di ekoko okobe uji di say ye betumi aye bibi na aboa ama womo a ebi omade hye kosati bia no mu ko mato omo yam kakra because amane sa ebe ha adwene pa ye hwe we de me de we betum keke immigration yi a emranti koku no omo hye ne nasefo yi no otumu se wo muguso aye yina muguso aye nti aboa ma obi anya rehim se we bi anya hwe kra no ebenya tentre ne wo kwan bi so busuafo ni nyina hwe omo hwe no tamale no for abe science kenia abe ubi kukun ya tamale hotel on nebi no jirapa jirapa yes ukun ya no so my sentence abrante na mususu no die no to life imprisonment it in sema busuafo ko mato mo yem kakra dia ekobe no impression be na sane ma no e be kriti dia ma especially maybe because it's international community. When it comes to, because the persons involved, you know, any nipa kuma keke, a titro, na say, a queen say ya, you can't in a boomer, in so bang the benya away so mine, and then I also say,
Agya, o de kan ma minchi a ahwefo na etiefo o say na nyen panyina na o wenyo o de hwe wo te na minchi a oye ogwama hin o sabre ma kwesi ata otode bi na George Arthur oye mayor of Cape Coast minchi na manka de book na other wonyimen ma so obrami bi
oh I see
na se me read book na na me hu de I said that security issues also from because I've learned a lot from the book.
Okay.
And I mean cry about issues of security. Now Mamanka assembly there. Those years now you only gone. I remember there was an American student to be out bay for exchange program. Now botanical gardens will be reaping. Until she was traumatized now when you crawl back to America. Now I crawl back to America now. She was able to describe Nipo raping. Was catching Nipakono, was a brother Ghana police, was a chin Nipakono. I'm saying this to say that Echo America, one education system from day one, security issues are taught from Mafamano. Into a police if no work crime scene, the people they talk to are not impaying for Mafamano on your casa. And so from day one, watch out. How to identify, how to describe, descriptive essays, all those things, you know. Obwa mamafama no utum will help with the issue of security. In fact, yet na hey, ibi se bi there. The car no mampo ya hina. Oh yeah, na langasa no in the car okay. Because on your part of our education system, there able to market in Pokuri or 5 feet, and then or 5.4 and then BB. Those things, you know, it is not taught. But say if a PDF issues of security very seriously, I mean, from day one, my former school and Casano, I say they're showing the Amazon because I send you to me with say, no one will run no paying for your farmer. Say actually one how to gather information and all that. Let's say you fall on them. They can say, oh, can on a number, maybe this number. Nipakono or tuntum. Or tintin kakra nanyim or abodwe so we fu abodwe they can describe the person police what we use in Pono was actually in Pakoro dama example mama there when American girl was raped, you know, Otumi in America Otumi describe him or draw in Pakoro was catching Pakoro. I think what catching was up north or so nti oben here there as a nation, no. Education ministry and the education sector, no. Was it the Mazen? Was it by sharing any education from the very from class 1, no, say JHSO? At least our kids should be able to know and understand issues of security so that they can also help with the investigation. You see, I'm a swallowing the issue here. I mean, there, it is important there. One person lawyers or assembly worker, what it is better to let 1,000 criminals go free than to have one innocent person jailed. Yeah, and see, it is always important. There's a especially in criminal cases, you know, you need to prove beyond reasonable doubt. And so, if attorney generals they don't, if evidence available to them no enough to prosecute the person, I believe he's also telling the police to go back and gather better evidence, because I don't think this is the end of the case. The case is still ongoing. As Richard said, the person is still subject of investigation.
Yes.
Because once no bonasenu kakrano, I don't think they will let him go like that. They will still do investigation, even as what is charging. No. But you see, but there's one issue. I'm not hearing that issue. We have somebody who is now a member of parliament. A+. It's on record. The video is out there. To have said there, Onyumnyimpa Okun Ameswale. Ma wa okempoka there. or there police for no. And that's when Tumina 1 year he will come out again. The video is out there, but the question is, was he invited? A police for we invited now. No, we invited no. Even a summoner or catcher on because he was very a summoner. Okay, he said it. He was very emphatic about it. The minimum pokum ameswal. I know the killer or the murderer. If it is important today, if somebody like that has given this information, the police would have to talk to the person and see if indeed so the killer of Ameswale. Because Ebusiafuno, that is the only thing that when I come out to him. Say up and there, say somebody can be killed easily, then all of us are not safe. And up and there, it is difficult to know Okunusa. It also means yes, or two maybe that would have been the situation. And so also there can have some. I don't think they beyond what Attorney General has said, we can say any other thing. But the police must go back and do proper investigation. You see, I have said it there. Some cases are, and Rachel said it, some cases because if the state does not have interest in the case, then I don't case, the truth will never come out. Then kind of crime. Some cases because of the personalities involved, they can find a way to kill the case.
I said JB Dankwa, there's another member of parliament who said in those who killed JB Dankwa.
Yeah.
Now he's no longer a member of parliament.
Yeah.
But he said it publicly.
Yeah.
Let the police invite them. Politicians will go and gang themselves there and will not allow the police to do the work. So the state itself can be competent sometimes.
Yeah. So if the state is really interested in this murder cases, they should give the necessary support to the security agencies to able to unravel this mystery. Waba the enko ho ayentu me yimfiwe. JB Dankwazi na onye other cases na onye ameswale ndiga won hwe na won yimfiwo na so that we can have confidence and trust in our security architecture.
That's it. O de ye de no be sense asam no ongoing anya de atwam ye hye no so se orokomodo we de memra enti ese no abrante no anya se ye ja no se ko ye no uni asem bia bio.
No, Uncle Ebo has read a book. Investigate. He has become a subject of investigation, not a suspect.
Okay.
No crime grade, you're upgrading because I achieved that. But I've said that in the crime cases, you can be arrested severally relating to a particular crime and as a related ones.
Okay.
So and then only need the focus. But if the police go to the field, they can bring some other people involved. Now you're screening, then those who have the highest likelihood to be keen to the murder, now they will question them. The BNI will come and question them, and the police will interview them.
Okay.
We don't interrogate people here again in this country.
Okay. We
question interrogation is not a friendly matter.
Okay.
So the police will always interview you, and the BNI will question you.
Eja, kakra enka some of this because we are educating viewers on why Attorney General a withdraw case na to say there Richard Kumado ka say na say a key way key way
suspect in the case.
Say Attorney General so you're very careful because say your cases ni bi wo ho na ye meda ne niam bebree na ye criminal cases na say ye force sana to say me to say some allegation me raise here so and a politicians no ebebe mu ni niam na bia ya case no hwante sa na ya say no. But you see say when to me so and take it time when to me improve evidence ni so ye na say ye akweti ni pakro no judge ni akweti ni pakro no you cannot bring the person back again on the same matter of the same yes that is the position of the law. Because when to me improve you know so in our criminal jurisprudence no that principle is called the autofra convict or autofra acquit. That's the double jeopardy. You cannot prosecute somebody on the same matter again. That is why Attorney General Enya Abutre so that on defy that principle of the autofra convict or autofra acquit no. Inti na wasi Enya Abutre me attorney general to me establish proper and concrete evidence. And you know, I believe that we are on the right course, and I'm sure say investigations are ongoing. It's just that something substantial you be to media court prosecution. So I believe this matter will come back again. Okay. And we'll get somewhere. We'll come and sit here and
the home come. Let us see. The and nobody wants and they and 17 years says so much time on it, you know. Na yeah, who dear be I feel Ebo.
Yes.
From movement to Unity Party.
Oh, United.
United Party. Now, where the Prince and come to me boy rura Alankujo Chamatin kasa ne kakra bia.
Na yon boy na yan anthem no.
Also Prince mo anthem wo hu.
Anthem papa.
Sa Prince anthem no wo ha da Roma betumi abo ama wo ma. Nanka ya hwe
say Unity Plus
Unity Plus can maybe say nyina maybe say no enti say voice ne video ni nyama dia ejebo jenya bedro wi abiribia ba house mobile party when mami say why United Party than it's about for the for be than United Party.
Oh, okay. Is it not no one some as say wa shase or out, yeah. We don't sort of cocotti.
Video kakra.
You see, let me say there, forming a political party was the original idea. Time I NPP, you know. The original idea was to form a political party, but the time was too short. Now, so we were not sure of what could be done to us to form a political party, and that's why we start the process now. So we decided there, because time was already too short, you know, we'd rather prepare a vehicle for the election, which was the movement for change. Until every elections, you know, then we needed to come back. Now you share a political party never formed. So it's in Zano Baby, so many names came up for consideration. Finally, we settled on the UP, or United Party. And the reasons are very simple. You see, baby, I if you and if you MPP me and a payampo, young baby were hard and a paya on your corner. On any day, a more typical example. I mean, I'm a youth organizer of MPP or Cape Coast. No more young cook or Kofi Kumsen. This a Chronicle newspaper. Now, Kofi and Yankuna Kofi support. Your colleague on Congress 2007, no Kofi support or Safamaf. Into Cape Coast when we were selecting 10 people for the Congress, you know. That influence the process to get people for Safamafo. I was also in the process also trying to get people for Alan. So I teased him. I sent him a text message there. No matter what he does, you know, Alan will still get all the 10 votes from Cape Coast. Kofi, out of annoyance, published this text or publish on the front page. Knock or there. Me a youth organizer. And openly we support a candidate. On the basis of that, the party suspended me.
Bebo, so text said they say
yes. Me text him Yanko, just teasing him, you know. Or publishing a front page of Chronicle. On the basis of that, the party suspended me as youth organizer. Today, MPP, you have national executives openly supporting a candidate. Openly on national television.
So, the credentials are open. Because it's from text message.
Yes. That's the difference between MPP then and MPP today. So we left this MPP because to us, you know, the values and principles are Yadisha party and I say, you're tracing back to UP, you know. That my values are no more in MPP now. Into your film, you know, we have rather gone back to the original. Into George Kade. Only your original deputy that only your new original. The UP is the original.
It's UP we United Party TT UP no.
No, TT UP no. No yezi biaka. Until yes UP plus and then Pro Max. For that answer. The values and principles of UP no. Yafa because oyaza. Oye. No yezi ibiso aka. But you have to make an answer. Until yes, Yenzen or your UP enhanced UP plus, and open here, there. If I'm Ghana fat, I say, there after 32 years of this MPP NDC political football. Eja, I've been here the Ghana for to look beyond two political parties. Now we consider other political parties and see if they can give others opportunity, because the result of NDC MPP 32 years is what we have. Ghana is 68 years. Two parties over 30. Until me etibiano, young roads on ye, yen so was say hospitals are a painful baby one day. My family was one ye fun to phone watch showing or two political parties. No one made them results. Until the question is, you continue the same results, and they have system, they are being a different result. Now, particularly because baby, if you buy na nsembia okrodo
nsembe
oh maba makasam papa eja nyabuta mam ndaze ma papa man ho papa na ma beta
yo with you
inti yan position nyi there baby yedu no Ghana yehia nsesa na nsesa yehia nyi there. Particularly after the last 8 years, the kind of governance you're witnessing in this country. In terms of Ghana's economy, in terms of galamsey, in terms of corruption. I mean, the evidence is out there. Actually, how 8 years of economic mismanagement. Oma nkofa legitimately why you juma. When you are Benin school, one sika wokipi, why juma. Some were doctors, some were lawyers, some were teachers, some were businessmen. What's it called abandon bond? The minion ntime for the min say the music. I'm a minion as a min juma biwa. Mr. Ashamoho, Captain Tamamo. Oh yeah, politicians now one boy was one sub abandon sika one for one sika one fan fix economy no. Na mum nkrofa wa bre wa Ghana we make one savings. Oh yeah, DD person no making haircut asemi na making. It's a karma Dr. Jekuma. Also about 800 of his friends died because of DDEP. That is the extent of the destruction of our economy. Actually, Galamsey, Mokodu, in the last 8 years, to the extent there, for the first time, 2018, for the first time, our forest reserves were invaded by politicians, national executives, regional executives, and constituency executives of a political party, destroying forests. Look at the Kumasi. Imagine Kumasi. Forest look at the Kumasi. Politicians was the excavators occasion with the forest was set forest. Actually, corruption cases all produce national service, ghost names, working in some of Wasu channel, Wako a military cemetery working in some of her. So the baby and some of her working was in a catch pay room. Ghost names was making. Shamosi or many what she seek to them. National service scandal and American Wasemi in other corruption cases, even to the extent there. Now say from 2018 to 2024, listen to or go through Auditor General's report. The boom there, in terms of recoverables, not only administrative irregularities, Ghana lost 81 billion Ghana cedis. Over 81 billion Ghana cedis. Can you imagine what 81 billion Ghana cedis can do? How many hospitals that can build? How many first-class roads that can build? How many schools, first-class schools, that money can build? So, yet 8 years, look at the results. But the mistake we do is that, there's no way I would wish any government to fail, because if a government fails, the consequences on the citizens or you die. There, after 8 years of suffering, I will never wish this government should fail. But in the most unlikely event that if this government should fail, are we saying that we have to go back to MPP again with the results they produce? Is that what we are saying as a nation? That we have left this country to only in the hands of two political parties. So I come in Ghana for now, 8 years. Into me, power. No matter what I do, say me 8 years I will go back to opposition. So what do I do? I make sure, but I'm 8 years in opposition, I can survive. 8 years, Ghanaians will bring me back. That has been the trend. That has been the political football we are playing in this country. And we are saying that we should look beyond these two political parties. For example, NDC is in power. You show one performance. Now you consider other political party watch the baby. Now you find MPP in Trinche because certainly one record is nothing to write home about. Now you share the 2028. You share NDC. You share United Party. You share other political parties. Now you share one programs and plans. I was about to go on there. Say, tuma the mazin able to me ama ye the mazin ya wabe additional meheni that after 32 years the results we have eja is nothing to write. I don't think every Ghanaian is happy to the extent that in Kofi Ejima 10 months in on cow. To the extent there say a painful in Senate hospital in baby sometimes at the phone. To the extent there Mofama innocent children are also then you create a better future for them, no. So what we poor? No, or school or one or the phone, you find the phone no, or chro, on your gumpo, no what na do. Boshena politicians here, some of them who will invest in 1 year Jumadano, they have mansions, they have so many cars. And we are saying it's a system that is not helping. Until you stay Ghana for the with the United Party Yabe, Ghana for one man opportunity. Now, so we consider 2028 or beyond 2028 if they would consider the United Party as a party. What's it or money to me able to me? I think then we are opening up our democracy, allowing other ideas to come after 32 years of NDC and MPP. I think it is time to reflect as a nation and say that enough is enough, because as we speak, MPP is preparing to come back with their conversation out there. They want to come back in 2028. The question is to come back to do what? Given the fact that 8 years record was nothing to write home about. So we want Ghanaians to look beyond the two political parties. That is why the UP is here. And we have come to stay. The MPP wants to take us to court. We are prepared.
And then I'm saying, my party, no, to see a United Party. I think say Dr. Tia Kabiru say Dina Mofaya no krano. Dino entino possible say some to be the court. Na the some ya no my there for sense Dino ben kan so mo ya wia me kan wo de me kan no agro kwan so. No, to be near the fufuro.
No, you see, Dr. Kabiru, I'm there. I don't know. Mr. I'm a lawyer. I told a electoral commissioner woman or a lawyer. When you mean brapa, so electoral commission. So you there as an as a question. So your papa, they would have told us that this under this constitution you can't use this name, because under this constitution no political party has ever used this name. I can 1957 as under different dispensation. Now listen to me. MPP are even making mistake because United Party was made up of 7 political parties. If they really believe in the tradition of UP, they will make their party 3 gates. Dankwa Dombo Buzia. I want to come to United Party. In can come to United Party. In MPP, Dankwa Dombo Buzia. One means in oil cleaning, one means in oil fancy, one means in oil session. It's even the tradition they hold claim to the UP tradition. Even the tradition, even what they have now, is different from what was the tradition the UP tradition started with. And so we are saying that the name is uniquely our name under this constitution. It is not MPP. It has nothing to do with MPP. If they claim UP was that important, when we started 1992 constitution, they could have chosen UP, or they could have even changed the name from MPP to UP at a point. So UP It's not about tradition. We are talking about political party that has come to stay. The Pamutam, for 3rd October, yala, no man, provisional license. There now you are a political party. We have to do other things to become, how do you call it? You lawyers tell me something.
I'm not a lawyer yet.
Lawyer to be to become a fully fledged political party.
When we are disgruntled MPP members.
Disgruntled MPP members.
Yes.
No, we are not disgruntled. We are principled MPP members. I told you that I joined MPP 1992. My cancer me follow into coma at a point in time. Now, and then I'm sorry, yeah. And I catch them there. And the MPP away. Only MPP I'm joining 1992. Because 1992 MPP with Darocha, my uncle Darocha, and today MPP. I mean, the difference is like day and night. And so, we are not disgruntled. We feel there. We should rather be praised there. In life, you live with principle. Say, Ija, my kind of had political party on your busion. It is never a busion. I mean, me asunani or insonani. I can't cease to be insona or asuna. But in political parties, you can be a member today and tomorrow you are not a member. Based on principles. And based on principles, that is why all of us have left the party to form the UP. It is not because we are bitter. Sometimes say we are bitter about what?
I didn't say amnesty or buy no man could be.
Amnesty.
So my amnesty say party ni biya ya monsamre fie.
Eja, MP is a party declining. MPP is a declining party.
Sir.
You always a declining party. And so party will decline. All my many so that you may be in. Do you want to be part of a party or decline? A party which is now divided. Like people say UP has led to DP. Now UP has come and we now have divided party in MPP. That's what people are saying. But the most important point I'm making here is that we have come out of MPP. But it is not because of MPP that we form our political party. We have formed this political party because we want Ghanaians to have alternatives. That going into 2028 and beyond elections, Ghanaians will have other political party to consider, in addition to the political parties before Yoruba. So that when you make a choice and you compare Mr. Alencha Martin, for example, to all the people who want to lead MPP, you can clearly see that Mr. Alencha Martin stands taller in terms of character, in terms of credibility, in terms of competence, in terms of track record. The Oputuma point to this is what I have done in life. This is what I've been able to do or I've been able to achieve in life. And if you take Mr. Anchaman's track record and if any competence, if any credibility, if any character, compare, you could see that if Ghanaians are going to consider any party beyond NDC, they should consider UP.
Okay. George, mo party for year mo amnesty now. I say mo amnesty no mo new. Say there. No Martin Kensing or Moko. It's a Martin United Party. And she shake him. I'm for say shake him. I'm say a movement. Na mo yamu tan hihye mo papa. But say akwa party ni dey say mo microphone no kwa no. Mo say wo share the caliber of mpanyifo wo mu na. Na je say be ha mo pa. Crowd ya sante. Yes, sir.
Yes, more Awodapa. Let me say, Agya Omo launch your party no. I'm on a very good platform. UTV Saturday will be a share. At least, bet me I espouse it. Omo this wadi hono. Be omo wana, but I ain't here. I'm say omo de ate omo party no. But emi say bini ho nti wantimi ani san komo no.
And me na me misa no.
He said, yeah, when you are a smart student, you ask a question, your response can entail a lot. Area be officer is an area of relevance. Wait to be about or answer. It's only your only problem. But let me give you a bit of history about Martin Hofwe. This is not news in our Ghanaian politics. We have had a political party such as NDC. The founder and your founding member, the founder of the NDC Neyere. So the wife of the founder, His Excellency, the former president of blessed memory, His Excellency Jerry Rawlings. Neyere eye oba pani nana kunadu ajeman. yeti kroma ya ena oba panyin na Akoredu Agyeman ekote a National Democratic Party. It was a breakaway from NDC build up to elections 2016. Aja yeti kroma omanga na muhaya aja minua ba ya se yankan omai omanga na muhaya ena in the year 2006 a found NDC panyin pa Dr. Obeda Samoa. Aja ono nso ebreki ne ho ena okote political party and friend Democratic Freedom Party. MPP mu ye wo man mu ha ena yewura Dr. Charles Rekubrobe ono nso eso akote ne party 2000 elections openya friend Gusitano from NDC ekote Reform Party. Papa Kwasindu now I member a key member I think I even no I flag no I don't know let me say why flag bearer of NDC but why MP or CPP. Also breaking away equity the political party I friend Progressive People's Party that was in 2011. So these breakaways any news. It is never news. And two, we've also witnessed situations and instances we are guided by history. The year no corona breakaway ni besi no political party no be free mu no etimi ekonkode ekogitumi. So sometimes say bi kura na omo believe in nature ni ade no ka say maybe their inclusion was not even giving that kind of blessing na be boa map amanyoko no anya to me. Yes unya edom kakra bi a omo ye no kwafo edom kakra bi a omo tiri mu poye tiri mu popa adwene pa akoma pa na omo ewo ekom na omba ko pia ekom na kwanim eye better than encrophobia omo be omo nwan ewo nyatam otire be kire da bi bu be o eti no sabio ye nuanum UP fo so omo akote UP enye news ba kokra
we are sure
enye news ba kokra sabio uti omo nkomo omo die ene ade a I mean on our personal life and as a private life saja yes say we obi nya relationship now you are a person of integrity oni no ayonko fa no time anam what that relationship no whatever that existed between the two of you you keep it as a matter of integrity yeah you keep it because and no ayonko fa at that time no when you were in love so to speak in quotes that was special relationship. So if for one reason or the other I will say we break it away and I will say more separate here as a matter of integrity and as a matter of principle no you make sure that you don't go back and say certain things he mentioned that only than a person with principle and I bet to differ. What is my reason? This is Honorable Alan Tremanti we are talking about. Somebody who in MPP and your first time or tin you call Obekaya Legon now openi kodinto anche and was free NPP mu ye woman na obone wo Father Roger the Roger etno bibi ebeka say otro krata bia maybe yes I have read it that MPP shouldn't have accepted Alan Tremanti as at that time because he is going to be a destructive element in the party and true to his words papa no and they what you say so you did for or a prophet he saw it was it the man is going to be a destructive element in the party. You get it? And of course from that time no ABC Pepe Alan Tremanti enjoys so much privilege from the MPP or ye coordinator for President Kofoata special presidential initiatives and unkodan change or serve 8 years as a minister. 8 solid years as a minister. You ever know Jaja? Make us a principal person in a sense that this is a manner MPP elections. He was he participated fully. It's not as if say obi a matter of principle. You cannot be part of an activity or a system. That system ne ever conclusion. Then you come back and say you've been part of. When your principal person, when you noted and answer you observe, say near man said in your thinking, you pull out by way of principle. Papa way there, or your principal man, or fair ya near question ABCD no, and send for time and into action. Papa na yes how he fully participated. After we participated, then you come back to criticize the system, to say that, but the question every reasonable person will ask, then they say, okay, what should have been his decision? Should say so clearly this is not a man that we can describe as a person of principle. Only principle.
And yet intimidation, intimidation. Yeah, sure, baby. Now, Nina Sono, and Namahu be say. I said, the Okuna mo Econo. Party no, at the Omaho de Akokotai, the opponent. And can say, yes, sir, a open playing field, the Nobel opina, will be able to me. I play the rule now, or there. There's some day, and so I'm going to come and say, no pay crime, so yeah, panic, I can the complaining. One say the system is supporting a particular candidate.
I'm sorry, what is the system?
It is a executive, so no, I do my so be who knows or complaining, or chin who I need their possibility and Manabasa.
Maybe a deputy national communication director. Me, my Binimuno, and Mrs. Me to Abanabi. He says, Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia is better position, more marketable in the politics of Ghana. We, His Excellency President Muhammad Sinchayan. There's no politician, active politician in Ghana, or yet marketable. There's no politician in Ghana, or yet well positioned than His Excellency, or yet more experienced than His Excellency. In your opinion? In my opinion, Dr. Mahmoud Babi, and I'm telling you to my opinion. And I can Japan, I also been paid in it. So who's been paid in it? And then as a matter of principle, one permanent, so who's been paid a national officer. So you see, Onyado do Ankaope. Who's been paid is a national officer, is my colleague. Odinachi. So what is wrong? So you accept it or you mama crop ya or catch was Ghana for near people before so no work by Umiadia or a national officer. I mean, what kind of double standard is that? Mammy even build them a point I'm a person making is a Yera Alan Tremante. He took the MPP as a monarchy at all costs, no. Whether say obey Jumo, I was a MPP, and then you could see a conyaso to say, Sebi, once the monarchical system, no. Line the generator home. It's the moment on him be better now nest of kin, no. Automatically, no one was sent who as Yedo Kotsana Kunyaniso. Politics, and yes, sir. Politics is about a Juma obey. Politics is about how well you live with people. Politics is about the way about supporting Profon who hold the people together. And the many Pababi do what and Yanka Alajamanti should not even be he should be the last person to even talk about that. We were in this country, Aja, 2007, when His Excellency John Ajekum Kufuor was the president. At that time, what happened? System now support Alajamanti. The whole we were all in this country. Some ministers were sacked just because say not almost support to Alajamanti. We saw it here, but Akufo didn't give up.
The second one.
Sadly, a history.
History requires
he's lying. So you know, he's lying.
You say a lot of ministers, some of these things, we will leave the judgment of
Judge, mention name.
When you were talking, I didn't interject you. I disagree with a number of things you said, but I kept quiet. Be tolerant. The American and they say Alan Tremonti should be the last person to even come and talk about a fair play here. 2007, built up to the Legon Congress. A contest. We saw what happened. The whole government machinery was for him. The man is just not destined to be president. Let's put it like that. I am telling you, because that time the Kurana machinery Akufo-Addo never gave up. He worked. Or making sure that politics is a game of numbers. Yeah, and he nearly about will say Alan Tremonti on a for MPP. We are seeing saying now it's Yatamo at all costs. No, when Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia people even felt say, oh, on the need to baby now, but they were many grounds because only the partner year. Alan Tremonti people like Frederick Opare and San Ade. No me Alan Tremonti true mucho. But the same thing I will kodi Baumiachi. Politics is about recognition. Politics is about supporting people. Politics is about engagement. And to what I for new arms, what be a minister, what will be a elections to do so as MPs support to. MPs they needed support. So the person that was there for them when they needed him the most. They went for him and supported him. Alan Fan is MPP and the bona fide. And no, I was a Kwabena so MPP po yempo. Masa politics no atwam. Sa enya hini. Ene amemeti ai. Aja me kondo say nyame ya do MPP bi ma. Me kon national youth organizer. adwumaden na wose meye. I cannot sit and assume say ebi omo na me corporate I am a deputy national communication director and by appeal no me national appeal to automatically now must be national youth organizer. We are you are not even a smart politician.
Alan no equity movement no affect him 2024 election.
That movement an arm of NDC. And every smart politician in Ghana be who say me I know tie no o my say he was more than a propaganda secretary for NDC. And Agya history that was say
nipa e wo party me ba o say sankrofo ni nyina nti be bubudin Boabin Asamoah na no hini nto former general secretary
Hobson
Adoye
bebre Chaso Usu yeah Solomon Usu bebre
Ebo Bokman ene wo mo eka kan nyina no na
mo pete so MPP mu pa sankrofo abobodi nyina MPP ahwom
enti wuji di say sankrofo nyina no ebumtum po say ye be fi party no na ya
adwuma we ya che history anytime bia no when in BBC we are always guided by history bet was anytime bia there's a breakaway from the main mother party no the breakaway party no the number one target party no free mu no let me give you classic examples my classic example when National Democratic Party me Krodo Ajiman etin who free NDC mu campaign ye nyina NDC na no yetia wo Obeda Samoa the same thing we could be a free MPP mu na e chair the alantreman ne nkrofo na fafrantofo yi. So I am saying that
United Party
I am saying that and we na ba so pe United
I affect him 2026 election 2024 election I affect him
like I'm saying me say you cannot force the people. Ghana constitution no emma to me so be freedom of association. MPP is a political party say you ye penkrofo a omo ewo party in mind akomam no mo free say 2016 elections, the party took a firm decision, suspended the national chairman of the party, suspended the general secretary of the party, but because there was a clear commitment, there was that Tinubu said, no matter what a party never came one bomb we were able to win power. NDC be a simuda. When Krodo Ajima left the NDC, they went ahead and win elections.
Just like Polafoko there now okay.
Yes.
Polafoko Kwabeji Japan, Sami Crab. I didn't know suspended one.
I know that time I wasn't a national officer.
But at least one example, the
American is a party with the constitution. Nipa be a party never train as be of say you acquire fast train as no ene emrano ebo ebrano. Sebi party be anyone the constitution betimi abro 1992 constitution so. Ghana ha Article 1, 2 of the 1992 Constitution. I can pay say, your Constitution is the supreme law of Ghana. It's any other law beyond inconsistency beyond to the extent of the inconsistency, devoid. It's who free party akumaso. And family, what do? You take it to court.
When you say movement, United Party be affected by.
You see, I said only about let me give you this scenario. Only Odofobi Ohoja. Obana one no ho nyina no. Sa na one no ho nyina so no asa one obi didi nkomo wo chi. Na de memo hu se sa one no ho no one obi didi nkomo wo chi no. The moment obaba beka kire so won pe obi mu no. Na no mu nsem ne actions obe put it to get up no. And be kire so oba yi sa na owotiri mu papa ana tiri mu poboni. Wo hwe ensem akese a ye nuanu afafrantofo yi. E betena TV so ni radio so a wo kan. As if say MPP no kura no omu ni di mu da. But I want to assure them and I want to tell them we welcome them to the political arena no. Now they are a full-fledged political party. So you say obi ntimi for omo nyesa covert operations ni bi. You know, omo de omo. Omo emancipate omo.
Ntia you say na obi na APM so omo you don't have their own mind. They are not principled enough so makasa de omo adwene be ye de na omo ye no.
Omo nkrofo ebebere ya omo kodi akire bi. E dey we omo say the adwuma e ka so omo nko no ma atena asese omo say a lot of them have come back to the MPP. Okay. A lot of the MPP we have given general amnesty. It's who free say party near me power chi. Yeah, enti no I am anyoko ne ya ja. Yeah, the abeto ya yen sese the constitution you say ya biem. Who free say okon be do so ba join the MPP abusuana. You better embrace ni ajo wa. Who free say won timi tren MPP no so ana wo ko. Say we we mo they were just there to distract us.
Me that say remember with the meji wo opinion we ba ma me kwele mbele so. Enti say na movement for nyama mu ye nyina mo na mo share chiri.
Okay.
What surprise me papa say na Kwabena mama hu say the na movement for you na mo na mo say chire no mo ye adwuma mama mo na mo yes elembere
Agya Kwabena o question ama ye gina ya sere wo table we so that just said this is a very powerful party pa what to me gina touchline dey chi na say to me good coaching na say to me cause confusion e wo park re so that is a popular stand the hobe hu papa it no obisa question na ye gina ya sere no but you see your constitution guarantee freedom of association and once the constitution now guarantee that freedom of association it's also guarantee freedom so be able to me join the party or to me a person or join you be able to meet in the party any niema me democracy no ade a manage wo say you give people freedom to do whatever they want to do and that fundamental freedom no it is frama a right I was so be to me nya freedom no say obetumi aye de ope no say yeti here obi a kire na adwen a yes amanyosem ne ye ne anwene o mind it said de bia make say say anwene kente no kente no hu say different colors ne de anwene kente ne de anwene kente no wie na say ufura kente na wankasa hu say kente na eden efe ye say na ye amanyosem ye NDC de baby ete no we welcome 100 political parties we welcome it because we believe in democracy and 1992 constitution we bet the constitution and we believe say this is part of our democracy I was here to me build eco omo free MPP mo akoti UP and ehun kekan but the most important thing is say we am yere that sambe wa me we enimu omo da enimu omo it's just that omo mienu na omo cause confusion but in all this Dr. Muhammadu Bawumia ene Alantremantin na omo pray ene niama no we NDC is very resolute. Yan candidate bia ebeyi bia no Ejuma Pais Excellency John Dramani Mahama Abono time ne so Ghana for behwe scorecard no mo ahwe say ye de oman ne share ye nsa no ye yi cedi from 17 cedis e de ba 10 cedis ye tumi ye ya na na Ghana for behwe galamsey insemi ye share Ghana for bo say ye be ye hyehyɛ ya nsuo ne ni be kama te say special ice mineral water e be free this chocolate drink ye tumi ye ya na Ghana for be hwe say e bo sha ye share say ye be 24-hour economy no ye tumi ye ya na bo sha ye share say ye be bu oman no with system ministers no ye tumi ye ya na bo sha boss ye share boss say ye be ye ama oman no efra ne ntoma pa efra na Ghana for ho atom no ye be create jobs ene niema no Agya Kwabena eno na Ghana for hwehwe inti de wewetimi wakame matemi political party ni ahokeka ono eye me yiri dada sabe wa me eye ntoma ba ko na no mo ache mumienu na we fra we na we fra we na we fra we eye the same people Alantremantin party omo oni omo ye honorable Sadiq the former Madina MP no ye MPP ni MP odi minister wa MPP ene niema ebo uncle boyoti hei no MPP ni ene wako the value is the same mineral crop yoti hei the value is the same the ideology and their thinking is the same
no what say ebo asamaka obo say the MPP na onim 1992 omo value and principles no asesa eno ntina enne wa twene ho afiri ho no nti no de dada no etoto foforo no do say difference wo mu nti na mane ye ena mo nso mu hu ni sa no hwirim ena mo kɔhye omachi na mo miempia mo piempia mo ana it is na
Agya Kwabena ke
mo se mo pienti they work for you mo ye adwuma ma mo NDC for
Agya Kwabena ke ne na ke NDC ye elected ye change din ye friend national communication officer anke din na ka ye sanse na fa propaganda secretary anka only ever for propaganda secretary propaganda obosisi ya say NDC ye de hye chiri e de ko hye we chi de
Kwabena na kan say
o makacho say
omo ye adwuma ma mo
the value is the same
omo ye adwuma ma mo de anyam na mo hye chiri na bu push anka
makacho say ye ntoma ba ko no mo ache mu mienu nti the value is the same Agya Kwabena sama be ka dina de say Agya Kwabena sama de ama ebo edwane free MPP hu ni say na enye MPP biom ebeye nana political party nana people's party na enye MPP ni biom ebeye Nanado and the family and Bawumia party nti omo tenase na omo hu oman a yebu a ana Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo e de oman no ebu nitroka omo nya 39 point something percent no omo hu say they can't belong to that political party. They want to establish a new party, and number 2 omo party. Nti the omo ye I think some go back to their root. Because omo party ne krate said the kind 3 pillars no Dankwa Dombo Buzia unya nkrani wom unya nzimani wom unya igbeni wom unya bokmo free fanti wom eye Dankwa Achim Dombo North Buzia free he bono
intino
asante ni crash he
intino a reflection of
inti we mu no mo se omo United Party no who can history so United Party say party for bebre omo ba together no mo te one UP no na UP for yi ye ni mo dada me ade amama mpe UP ni MPP nyina ye me yenzimani Kwame Nkrumah ye me de hye I believe in the ideology of Dr. Osajefo Kwame Nkrumah omo no mo tete Kwame Nkrumah ma Ghana ya bre nyina ye te a yetumi ye hu de ye hu oman no ye koyechi ni aba no eye nkrofo mienu we omo tete Kwame Nkrumah ye motowe kra ye se enya de papa Kwame Nkrumah ya kosobo dama ye se enya de papa Kwame Nkrumah ye porta ye se enya de papa Kwame Nkrumah ye bibia wo Ghana enya de papa enne sa Kwame Nkrumah school be na okoye osisi secondary school ko tech
eko UCC
Kwame Nkrumah University o C Tech kra no enne omo say enye papa nso enne Kwame Nkrumah University esi Kumasi eno no mo de bo omo asafo hene e wo Kumasi na Kwame Nkrumah de bi o ye UP fo ya
mo de bottom scan na ye
you say Akufo-Addo free SHS so de bottom scan na ye
so that's a leadership
it say o ti say enye Kwame Nkrumah de bottom scan na ye Temamoto we or this is university as Akufo-Addo so enye de bottom scan na de free so why did you vilify Kwame Nkrumah mama ye hu say Kwame Nkrumah sebi onipa bone enne Kwame Nkrumah moto we eno na ye twia faso twia concrete ye de ya na MPP for ba na mo de quota ba be patch into emu ye koyenim no na mo de ye ba ye ti Kwame Nkrumah si to buta na mo se emfa ye ya ne emfa ye toilet ne anju so nkrofo we mu amagana bre it is nkrofo me nu we ababiom se omo san so Ghana for Agya ye ni momu what is to your focus say we mu ye ni momu fritete inti eye colors no na sensa keke inti colors na asesa no maka to say entoma baako e no ma chemu mienu inti bra ye bra wo Ghana nyina esan say Kwame Nkrumah secondary school so see ye hwe schools a Kwame Nkrumah see ye hwe niam Kwame Nkrumah ye UP for yi e na Nana People's Party for yi no mu di akira na ye ntumi inti President Mahama any NDC anytime e be ba aban mu bia no eye Kwame Nkrumah ideology ni develop your mind no mind nya ne to mapemfra inti ube hwe niam a ye ni ihyehyeye a ye nyina is tailored towards the vision of Osajefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah and Kwame Nkrumah is celebrated across the world and then you don't people mo de bomb na to me trap and the bomb ni ma o ye nzimani ntine to me nka no ba asema mi ke nyina ne say asema mi ke Kwame Nkrumah de o ye nzimani to bomb ni crowd ada but the person be change that they say Agya Kwabena we mu
look at that me da se
we na se hwe ye problem I face for Ghana o ye call network ne kate e ye
opening bi e ka se mi honorable Hackman
ege
o sajeman
e be ke cancer
e kan say Alan Kojo Chiramatin e ye figure bi a MPP needs him back because chino ne ho no e kan be na affect on 2024 election no enti omu ehia no back se said there because Hackman ye pani pa no akasa semi but o MPP communication MPP sita for no so na is like the way na maka fala ho no na omoto no hompi he say what no kra
a traitor
so what tie no would you say ebe affect you more because now it's a full-fledged political party until so almost omo ye campaign between a campaign abawura party bi mu akotwe sa party mu achitafo sorry abedi omachi ntuje di say anama wotu no ebe affect MPP as a political party and I say one more UP for no ombe de nso kusi aga
ye nyama miensa on say politics are very divisive in nature and to me na me say they allow the situation to get to where we are when my brother was speaking, I was giving him eye, but he was not looking at me. I lead a team called Democracy and Governance Risks, and I've done it for like over 20 years. I play a key role when it comes to political issues in Ghana and some other places in the world. And see, Minyayanka, they shouldn't have got into a place where they will form a party, so that our history will become more straightforward. And then Yakasa, now you see, we mentioned many names that have formed parties, but democracy is evolving. And see, this is in the generality of your democracy, in a way another setback for us as a nation. Say a huge figure like Alan Chamante has left the NPP to form a party. Let me use my small voice to advise my brothers that they should tone down a little bit.
Your brothers are saying NPP or NDC or?
No, NPP and the UP people.
Okay.
They should tone down a little bit. NDC be more advantage than them. Research be. Some other group people did the research. And the total number of politics is about numbers. So even if you lose one person, it's not the right thing. But let me advise them, because they are politicians, and this politics is what they do most. These days, things are changing. And my two big brothers, Uncle Abu is my pastor, and my brother here is also my big brother. You refer to our other brother following Ken and he's campaigning, but you are violating the rules. So he's your small brother. When he does it, don't follow him. Because it's a reason why we say national executive should not campaign publicly. It's also part of the reasons UP for a free party. What I can say is 2028, we'll look at the determinations when we get to 2026 December.
Okay.
But because politics is about numbers, Minyayanka did never left the party. Because Alan Chamante Kono, he will take certain people along with him. They also have various influences he can bring to the party. So there become a fierce competition between the MPP and the NDC. But the way the NDC guys are going, KK Elembele is following his uncle. You hear the things he's saying. Is it a genius in Mugabe, or there's another one to come? I think they should stay that way as families. And I don't like it. I seriously don't like it that UP has come.
But Obiswaka said, Bra Obedasa Martin, the party, and Kusiaga. Gusita no tell the party and Kusiaga. Nana Kuna do the party and Kusiaga. They say,
no, just outline and say, Omutiomo party and Kusiaga. We share UK for instance. You know the Reform Party, it took them a very long time. During the last election, they're making rules.
Yeah.
Today, whatever the guy says, everybody is running. And just as Ukotiwo party no, let's stay together as two political parties. In every nation, there are two strong political parties before the other ones come. But this thing that has happened, generality of our democracy is taking us back. And the historians who write on democracy will write it, and it will not look good. Then the insult. We are Africans, we are brothers, we are sisters. Let's tone down a little bit. We are Yakasa, and when we speak, the things we say, no, they are not right. As an African who travel extensively, I don't think it's right. Seriously, I don't think it's right. So I will beg my UP and my NPP brothers, they should tone down a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, that's it. When the I'm adolfin about Numbi, or say if you be any more sem, if you be a hawum. Near nam so you be fie no, say you be sufie. Unti obeda samwa nana konedo gusitando omunyinate wo mo ho. Esiesie NDC dia. Ebia na kwese NPP UP ate ne ho. Nso ebi so a na kwese NPP bra UP ate ne ho. Nti no emre na ebekire. Yo sima ba aduasa. Na sai ba aduasa mpese ye tatatata. Na asamba ko enka topics no na nka no so ye di wie. Say the former Chief Justice at the Assembly Court say wɔn hwɛ na vetting and the swearing in of the current the yewura abafo bɔne no mɛma ne ma so yɛbɛdi saa nkɔmmɔ no briefly but elembele memra also the fight against galamsey me say yɛka ho asɛm a nti yɛfa bɛ 2 minutes bi ɛnka ho sɛ ne yɛmmra chief justice deɛ no so sɛ ɔkono akoa mo sɛ mo ko 9 months ɛnura me ho ayi bi nsuo bi wɔ elembele district actually me nim me ho social media ɛna na meka me hu sɛ ɛsɛ nsuo na net ɛnura
yɛfrɛ no amanzule ɛnura me nua kuma abɛtena fie ha me nim no personally but me hwɛ de wo yɛ ne nneɛma na Ebuaka South DCE 8 years of Nanado administration the then DCE wɔ Echimo Ebuaka South me hu sɛ otu saa na mo no kra bi da enso abrante we me hu sɛ de ɔyɛ kɔ no Akins so aka so bɛyɛ ka ho a ɛbɛboa ma me fa nsa nkwan na me nkyia achempem hene enura no ɔsɛ de abrante ne te yɛ ka no nkonyaye a akɔbɛka bi de afoa so enti meaning sɛ abrante etu ana mo bi a ye osaje for moto for penny and attract kunyan so ehunu say adepa bi wo mu a wo ye wo kono mo se mo kono state of emergency na se for na ba ma yesi abedu bebie we namos baby abefe bia namos so far how far 4 minutes so far so good so far so good so far so good say the fight against illegal mining a friend galamsey no a process
yeah
enye event and a marathon na yetu enye spring into the woman say they be out in 9 months no juma na de no and every day be a hu say ejuma ne nso ye Agya Kwabena yan hyebo anka kire Ghana for say ye to abama ya first year ye be man nsuo nani ate aye say special ice mineral water ya nhye saabo no say Agya Kwabena hye saabo no bia mo betumi a correct me ba bia mete ne de saabo no ya nhye ya ma timelines ye se mo fa oman ne nhye yensa na se mo de oman ne hye yensa ye be yen hyehyeye ya mo behu say we are committed to the fight against illegal mining. And that commitment, you know, His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, it showed that commitment. We engage Ghana for including civil society. Say, "Mumbra ni ensipuno." Na mumbe chire mo adwene na yenhwe kwan a ebe fa so a ye be so problem we ano. Agya Kwabena and on record 9 forest zones. Na Ghana ha say obien to minra sa forest nim. Under MPP na sa forest no chairman wontumi mu hyehyɛ sa forest nim. And na sa 9 forest zones no. Na ye ka say a red zone obien to min kom obekɔ no bakoto mema kentika se hu bia obedwane e bi te say e bi ye giant te say David and Goliath giant ni bi om kitekite tuo. E was sa forest nim. Agya Kwabena mu show we so na mu koyi forest ba ko na nkrofo gu efre ho abrewan ni nkran under MPP na abrewan ni nkran sa forest no ho 2% kire me say sa time no na ye man national security briefing and say national security and our security system nim say abrewan ni nkran for ehye sa forest ni mu and na through 9 months any political will to fight the galamsey ntino and abrewan ni nkran is not any hobium say akwa abrewan ni Ghana bium. Agya Kwabena, this is the commitment to the fight against the illegal mining. Agya, on record, me free Minerals Commission, I'm the Deputy CEO for Minerals Commission. On record, Agya Kwabena.
Yes.
Excavators are abagan and from Nyina register excavators. Excavators are ne go on my gun and register excavators. It's excavators in the you don't know who the owner of the excavator. Agya Kwabena excavator costed almost $80,000 to $100,000 per one. Iti excavator no the ordina kuma eyi ni sikato excavator no. Ye excavator ni yentumi hu ni pakro a eyesa oji sa sikato excavator no. Enne under the leadership of Honorable Emmanuel Makofibua and the transport minister yakubie office wo porto amene opese odi excavator ba Oba beji permit from Minerals Commission. Would permit for from transport? A road na oba be ya na so be construction. Oba ko Western House ya kwa permit. atre say excavator na me dey bo my Ghana no ejuma we na me dey ba bedi eja unisa permit ni bia you cannot import excavators. 2 ene odi excavator bedru Ghana at the port wa pay ye be office wo a ye register excavator no wo port o enti say Professor Kumado na dey excavator ba ya the din ene wo excavator ne so he will bear responsibility of where the excavator is going. Enti Agya Kwabena na odi excavator so ba Ghana ba be ye mining wo Ghana ha se ya Uber Minerals Commission near more concession we tag the concession to where you are going to use the excavator to go and work. It is your tagging and then your friend the geofencing. We geofence your excavator to your concession. In Uber Minerals Commission you take control room you take hot 24/7 ayenda. It is excavator no o dey call elembele nkrofo and no dey acquire construction o dey acquire mining na yenim say e won nkrofo concession A. The moment a be free concession a be say pa geofence ne ho pe automatically the excavator is disabled. The excavator cannot move. NIMOS will then come and take the excavator and near their call 2B and we takrade. That is the commitment. And President Mahama, oyi DCs the MCs no okachi obi say we KPI baako and they say especially free area ye illegal mining. Agya Kwabena ye say KPI baako is to help government to fight the illegal mining, and yes, you lose your position. Inti achim abrante no DC MC ni ehu no Ekins at the cronti aye born abaso no is because it's part of his KPI. But under Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo ne nuanu we mu no it was free for all. Enya me na America. Professor Frimpong Boateng oni NDC card. Professor Frimpong Boateng uncontested NDC position here. Professor Frimpong Boateng man appointment bia wo NDC here. Ono na be here report say MPP fo mpenifo ankasa ena omo gina fam ena omo hye Wellington boots ena omo ye gala e wo Ghana ha sei ye wo kroma ye hu videos a excavators enya pen ye dia hye kotoku ana mobile phone iPhone 13 plus ye dia hye botom excavators ete say dan ye di ko baby po a ye send the car so a friend payloader ana say low bed ye this is why so de ko excavators here our Ghana has here who be excavators fa ko here Agya Kwabena there wasn't any political will under the MPP to fight Galamsey for 8 years. Only 9 months pa yaba no. Look at the energy, look at the zeal, look at the commitment, look at niema ye nyina ye catch Ghana for say mumma ye the opportunity in the next 4 years ebesa to abano. You will see a transformation in our mining system because as for mining, President Mahama Kase, we will not stop mining because mining is the heartbeat of this country. Kwesi Broni amba Ghana ha amba 2 years say gold coast for nothing because Agya Kwabena be the team studio ha say. We mistake no ya prospecting wa ha say ya. One show benya gold. Ye pese ya Ghana fo nyina ate ase se. Omo nu musuo twa ope. No mo fa mpaibo enter honorable Emmanuel Makofibu ane NDC ne His Excellency John Dramani Mahama echi. In the next 4 years no they will see our waters white like special ice mineral.
Medasi bebre.
I campaign view. I see next 4 years we win the election.
Yo ni tirim kwa. Say be one that. So can say be one that. Enti mo na mo fi aban man say na mo eba. Enti within 9 months dia o ma ye no business how far no say so far so good. Enti mo so out here chiri a mo fi aban man say na mo ba no so mo hunu ne sa.
Agya Kwabena. Enyame na wo say give me Ghana for the people of Ghana, the people watching you on YouTube, and they be near work. But I know this happening. Say a deputy CEO of Minerals Commission, a body mandated by law, say almost regulated so far as mining of natural resources are concerned or is concerned. I bet tonight national television now or propaganda. There is a serious problem at hand. Deputy CEO, you have gotten this fine opportunity. Outline to the people of Ghana and how you intend to resolve the Galamsey issue. All you sit here to do is to do propaganda with it. People are watching you. It is not for me.
As for you, never see anything right. So I don't expect you to say nothing else. And then you go to
the myth.
Who caused the mess?
The myth.
Who caused the mess?
Hanabisu. Say or your myth. CEO me boy.
On your myth.
I know him.
Or your Minerals Development
Fund. Yeah. Good. yet Kroma or Maimuha. Hanabisio, NDC National Women Organizer on the SEO for Minas Development Fund. Or say, and I read, where Ghana Web, or say 33 out of the 40 excavators are on one could be a Chilco bush. I could say, 33 of them are missing. It was in police custody. Hanabisio.
She came back to retract that statement. Please,
I've not seen that.
Oh, Massa.
She said 33 out of the 40 excavators. In 9 months, excavator and pen, of course, I agree with you. It is after 33.
At the time of making she was making that pronouncement. She didn't have the fact. So
later, 33 out of 40 excavators.
But we need to correct it when it's wrong.
At 12 a week, I ever evaporate a call. So you don't have the moral right to come and even talk
moral
about
right.
What the best friend that you know? Yes, you go baby.
What the not to China? Not to China.
What the 500 million must you to Iran?
Aja, what the not to China? What the not to China? What the not to China? So the value is the same, Aja. The subject matter here is excavators at 12 a week. So Aja, you know something. I have seen TV show, radio, social media, a young man, Rasta man be, baby any bia munyina mashe, or say baby any chairman of NDC. A pan pen no ye galam say, obia minimum for baby sa video no. It's all over. And then NDC for party penning for akese, abandon penning for, and ye galam say no. No problem. Galam say is a social canker, a social issue. You also man share what some mobile to Galamsey. You see, you cannot take the people of Ghana for granted.
I didn't say please.
I have some agent fee here.
Please.
I have some judge here. Emphatically, almost say Galamsey kuno enya kunbia was say taking months and so on.
Okay.
Unless the government is not having the commitment or the political will. That was from some judge. So you do not come and sit here. Who will be Papa Bika capture Ghana for us or promote. The way you estimated the challenge, the issue, no, that should be the message. But you don't come here and twist as someone wakano. You lie to the people of Ghana. You made it appear. Let me tell you, in the history of this country, small scale licenses, data kakra. 2012 so far up to year 2024. License I issued on my 2,432. Sir, 2,432 no. This is the record. 2012 MPPA issued 332. 2013 MPPA issued we data call public accounts to be the tablet you can verify.
I'm from Minas Commission. We issue the license. Please, I'm authority
from Minas Commission. I can lie to the people.
I'm authority. It's not business. You can be free here.
Starting when come as a CEO, you did not speak as a deputy CEO of Minas Commission. You sat here and spoke as a communications person of NDC.
Please.
You are managing a state agency. Record. Material say a data. About you see a presenting man. Ayo kuja to committee a watch. I don't need you to help me. I'm giving my information. You can go and verify. Martin AC. CEO of Minas
former CEO.
Data ko presenting man sa committee na parliamentary committee no kuja to abla kwache. What you say assurance of one of these committees. Verified. You can go and check it. 2000 don't distract me. We say 2012 yeah man 332 ajati. 2013 NDC na wa 283. 2014 105. 2015 omo ma 321. 2016 yeah ba yeah man no the omo dia man na ye beto aso. Ekoye 361. 2017 7. 2018 Akufo-Addo dey complete ban on small scale mining. So it was nil. 2019 103. 2020 621. 2021 11. 2022 148. 2023 38 and 2024 93. Uka ni nyina bo ma aja figure will be nyanie uka license nya wo be 2432. Out of 2432 no every 2012 ABC 2016 ababe na ho. It was Domahama first NDC. Omu issue license of 1,402. A free 2017 ABC September 30th, 2024 MPP. Emma 1,014. Oh, you have the amount.
Oh, the
you cannot. So clearly, no.
I say 2012 to
2012
to 2016. 1,402. 1,402.
62.
Okay. Good. And 2017 to 30th September 2024. 1,014.
1,014. 114.
That is for and license value to date.
Small
scale. Yes. Okay. License value to date 984. So clearly, no. On the surface of this data, I have given.
Value today, you're saying.
On the 984. On the surface of this data, I have given. Okay. Clearly, no. NDC, a regime, and a more small scale licenses. But when they come to sit on TV, they lie. They make it appear as I say, Minerals Commission hasn't even given licenses to any small scale. But about 12 licenses have been issued. You see, you cannot manage government. You can use propaganda to win political power, but you cannot govern a country with propaganda.
Stop throwing dust in the eyes of people.
Galamsey Ekono clearly no. Enyamina America, God have be brave. Nana Abanamwa. Any other Ghanaians say, Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia say 2024. They be go approach about a quiet Kobefa so to Galamsey. I say, Mamma come here, Sapa, Janam Municipal.
Mama Tambebre, Mama Tambebre.
Just a second. Because no, it's education.
You cannot
yes, sir.
It will just see me seconds of your time.
As a second for what? You get opportunity.
You get opportunity again.
Just to correct something.
Correct what?
Unless a chief justice has something to it.
No, we can talk because this is critical.
Yeah, Galamsey issues. Now, on record, as some of my cousins, the MPP has no moral authority to be talking about the way they are doing it. I'm more example there. Forest and a cassette there, Kumasi. Kumasi and a cassette. A forest like size with the size of 80 the Kumasi. Ukazim was sending in. At the time, what's it? What ban small scale mining for 1 year? No, that time now. No, while land from one in forest reserves. Can you imagine? You use why break on LI 2462. That illegality now occurred. If you have passed law to legalize it, we should take it seriously because in so it's very easy as human beings. And these are the things that Galamsey or say in Lisbon, and there was a Lisbon in a cyanide on mercury in all those heavy metals. So if it becomes political football, as MPP wants to, in spite of allowing that, the kind of illegality occurred war, mining sector no was saying, our party executives, even headquarters of Galamsey at a point in time was the Jubilee House, according to Professor Paul Martin report.
That's a woman to be all.
That's it.
Woman to be all.
At that time, no, for government appointees, or for Jubilee House, they were involved in Galamsey. I mean, so like Galamsey as some now, my friend tried me day. Your position is very clear. We've said it time and again that say a pedicure Galamsey asa. Let's ban Galamsey for some time. Or a small scale mining or artisanal mining for some time. Now yen tumna yen tumna yen restore yen forests. Yen tumna yen vet all the licenses. Now yen who the licenses as more the for yejuma dem or say. So I'm fine yejuma yenje. Now at the same time yen demobilize all these excavators yen from call military installation for safekeeping. Now yen other activities yen tumna yen provide apart from alternative livelihood no yen provide alternative mining programs because if you are maybe all one I can't on your farming on you because the interest end of mining
So how do you guide such a person to do responsible mining? The abani way to one Amanda or what's a cooperative
concept.
Our proposal is that depending on the size of the area, no, if it's a 20 youth, 10 youth, Abanankasa Sambo on one form company, Abanankasa Sambo on proper equipment was very responsible mining. And Abanankasa on a manager and also managers. Obosho one do, but why a damn responsible mining no, so that why your work can pay. And that one credit you to know.
This is maybe say why who do responsible.
Yes, no credit. If you be na car, I'm a you to know. By day. Now, what's saying and assassin? No, you to answer by owners. One can say they will own their own companies, mining companies. Even those who are doing well, we can graduate them from small scale mining to medium scale mining. Sabi, a good no one can say an assassin. Sabo fotum, go for outside the butum, ubutu no in your home for sir. We should also provide opportunity for our own people. This is there. Say you to me are mining without destroying our environment. I mean our forests without destroying our water bodies. I think mining is a very good venture. Say yeah proper investment or what about mining is ka. Nti dem amaka no say you galamsey asama. If you know what said away they should shut up and let others talk about galamsey issue because when they had opportunity to fight galamsey for 8 years, we saw the results. You can say issues in could court is so it was all well and good. Young mom was in a fight. But let me praise this man. I mean, I have had opportunity to meet him, and wherever I get opportunity, I do it. Canal Boa. So yeah, Namos boss. No. If NDC national executives and also NDC members, if they allow that man to work as a professional, I'm telling you, within a short time, they will be able to. Yes, we to more bread. Galamsey issue. Yes. Into 9 months, good work. Do more better work, and let's get the results.
Okay, me that's it. Briefly, say yeah, Kenya no. Like I say, me dey be ameka Galamsey asem. Ade ba ko anu nti menye otan wo Ghana ha pa. Galamsey nsem ameka de we ameka me fire. The ameka no so no, central bi obabi a obi searching the senka say they na make na me boa because mistakes be a ebinum ye ne say ye mo binu start kan me start Galamsey 2013 na one na power and this the only difference is say I couldn't get opportunity to host a political show I be menya kwan anu po satam no po no anu kwa na anu odin say dey am yi anu be kwa sefa kan frame Peace FM na my report maka ho asem me wie no penye de kunu nya kwan I discuss o Peace FM me wie a my aba UTV na UTV so for the other news morning show that UTV panel then wan so nya kwan I discuss it enti me de bomba ko ekum no ma akase mienu I fought me yeni nyina said the beya ye bobo de so ho ban sabre na me nye party bi ni sabre yan for party bi atagi me sabre no but in 20 baby so na me press me bo ho ban wo mutu bi bo ho ban ampane ampa nti won ti wentu gold wo ho no say 2022 2023 mo so boko ayi na enso na se kojo ta wo se ma menka ene me kan ma yotan for pa ye no ya politicize ade na do level bi say wo abehu no kura beka no ni atage wo.
Yeah, it's okay. It's like me, you know, what I do, you don't need to be NDC or MPP to do it. You just have to have the expertise and have the technical knowledge. Then you have the wisdom of God. So you communicate it to the state so that the state will take what you say. Until now, from 2009, some of us we have dominated the state and make sure the state is safe. So whether I'm NDC, I'm an MPP, no, they have targets. We are break. That one, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
When they come to Galamsey, my brother Sami Jemfi, Gold Board, they made 8 billion.
Galamsey headquarters.
Let them give 1 billion to 9 months. Then we can have the green environment back. Yeah. We can have the green farming back. 9 months will have the energy and the power to go for the distraction. Then the Lands Commission can have the energy to work with the EPA, with the carbon filtering and the osmosis. Within middle of next year, the way they are going, the way 9 months is going, if they don't have the difficulties Operation Vanguard had. Operation Vanguard was doing so well until they called them back. If they don't have the political interferences, so far we haven't heard any of those ones. But those political interferences by 6 months, by middle of next year, because $1 billion to 9 months within that environment, EPA, Lands Commission, 9 months running everywhere, Papa Police coming in. By middle of next year, we should be. Because one of the difficulties was that Minerals Commission was issuing licenses like they were buying tomatoes from, Agbogloshi for our day, and they don't have the capacity to do monitoring. But when gold board grows up to a level where we are not just buying gold, but we are ensuring that compliance, where you are getting the gold from, then we benchmark it with what Minerals Commission is doing. With a double layer of compliance, this problem would have been resolved. The money politicians throw away sometimes. He's talking about 10 people. Let's form proper mining companies for them and employ them. We'll be fine.
I know been an
Agya Kwabena.
I'm saying
I may say
we'll be fine.
The Professor Richard and only are launching a friend of the concept, the ARCON, the responsible cooperative mining.
Yeah,
we are launching. And that responsible cooperative mining. Agya Kwabena, as I'm speaking with you, baby, I'm Massa, Yedin, Okasa, no, say, Mamma, Israel. Baby, I'm free well, Embeleno. Adamos is the largest mining company in Elembele. And Adamos is CD, the Peter, or Nonkasaya prospecting and gold, the war is more than $1 billion. Adamos say, Abai Matias here, Yanumaya and Shishaye, made the Sapetina Mamuanya. It is Sapetina Adamos Diamayano. Now we are establishing the cooperative. And what is the cooperative? What is the magic? They said your Mokan gold board is in. Because gold board need the gold. It is a gold board now can trace where the gold is coming from. It's a gold board establish a system. Or they are coming to support with equipment. So we are starting the cooperative mining from the community until we put them into 10 groups. Once we do that, we know where they are. It's a say Obelembela. I had a site in Yeko. Why we will deal with you now. 9 months will deal with you. 2. Last week we had conversation with Newmont Ahafo, and they have agreed with a letter said they are going to cede their Nkasem concession to government. And when you go to Nkasem, they are already doing some mining there, but it's not their concession. You come Nkasem, omo say yenya e honia fan krata anya den. Emo omo nyame adum Newmont dia mayen. It's Newmont dia mayen no. We will go there next week nyame aduma. We go and meet the people. We put them into groups. So you see, and America say it is the commitment near the Ashemu near no. So we are already doing it. But in the licenses are some no can granted say from 2012 and in the more can. Prof, licensing per se is not wrong.
Exactly.
Issuing licensing per se is not wrong.
But
when you issue the license, you see, you see,
using license for propaganda.
On record, baby, I'm a free ban. Maybe he's not aware. And let me educate you, my brother. When we even issue licenses from 2012 to 2016, when you issue licenses per the law, the Minerals Act, the license amount for small scale is for 5 years.
Correct.
Period. After 5 years, your licenses has expired.
So with the money
2012 to 2016, 2017, 1,400 and we know it has expired. When you came in, what have you done?
Renew.
What you say? So if we renew, what did we do? There wasn't any law in Ghana. Says two. There wasn't any there wasn't any law in Ghana. Sa airline. There wasn't any airline. Obi go into forest. On record. Newmont is mining in the forest. So all the big guys are mining in the forest. So there's no wrong to mine in the forest, but they want to do small scale mining in the forest. That is the wrong law. They want to do galamsey in the forest. And what's in the upper English? 1 minute. He has nothing to talk about.
I'm not coming to sit here and banter or debate him on galamsey. he's in government. And then what I catch and say number of licenses issued and your bone of contention and you're wrong. This is an NDC guy talking to Ghanaians this way. These are the same people. I'm catch the Ghana for say MPP for regime and but I wanted to set the record straight. So and you know credit say obi tira but now the honest lies not come and you can't allow him to be Scotty. I'm saying sir he's a deputy CEO Ghana for Senatary and you know you will not even listen to the education and you know solutions keke solutions keke dey penye nto akwa bebre ne
it does not bomb licenses
solutions
but we are saying
practical way on the back of Udi tro wona sabi wo de empani animu wona wakwaye bibi wo na wase wo ho na wo fo say won say wo ho wahu na wo ebedu be senti ni bepie senti be yi wo ama say no kre wasko say wo ho ampa ye mu binum de e kan ye 2013 no ye be koso aka say sa community mine no mo de bae no ebedi yewu eche bibia no kre ba kope it's as be di mani hu ye ana community mine ni wo no eho ye kama no yes community mine ye de ko ho pe ana ho nyina community mine ni nti bibia ese ye enti ye ntina se ema ye man nkosi de si ko no ye be kan wo bibi ama na atumi ahwe ne de awie pe ye kora nti we de ansa ne be soro so me ye ko no lawyer yere Mrs Madrid a champon wo Diliu Enterprise wo ayi mensa obero both heavens ye wa woda am say enro said abena na ye wa woda ntina happy belated birthday if you unia bema obedience Angel Quasin on SEO edema Angel Bakery afi ba kunso a ewo ha me de be soro so ye enne Elizabeth Ajiman ye fro sister bena ye wa woda na wunia ba abena ba ye nya no ayeni no ofi ha se omontiri nkwa abusuani nyina se ne nka kyo se wo mo do ba ye nya no abusuani nyina se wo mo edo papa they love you to the max enti shenon so ena ba kunso e wa ha Esther Mekano na do sano mekano ni okay se mo nyanya facha me Mekano you Esther Mekano yes dodona fro ama Dora also wawuda efri titeman buem titeman buem no free anase ho na anyway enti Randy Seven kan Sambo Seven kan just montiri nkwapa anti Esther Mekano dodona fro ama Dora wonso woda enti utiri nkwapa ye de besia na bedwafo e bae no mada omo ase papa so omo de omo mmere eche yen ma yitumi edi nkomo se de esi yedi ya menifa so pe ewura Richard Kumado wono na watwere book yi maka ho asamansa na masore o ye security consultant me na ase papa na fido to me so George Kwabena Asante o ye deputy communication officer director MNPP medana se na fe Emmanuel Enyima on deputy CEO de ma Minas Commission on Elambele KK on so medana se na Ebo Bokman aye deputy communication director edema United Party wono so ebai Ebo also medana se papa na I say plans enti openi otimini for so ni book a watwere no o say criminal behavior corporate crime and investigations me afena me saka me de na ebo kire se ono wakenkan bi na okenkan ye no ama na sua niama kudo bebre efa bambo ho nti onfa ne bambo ni agro nti I will advise you say onso kope bi na to sense ebeboa wankasa bambo se onim kura wonya bi ka ho a expert point of view no
ebetumi abo aye papa ya de be se na me de asedam special eyes this way need fufu need abekwan any best point service alone say omo boy ye me de dwumadi ebrewo ye sori so akono de mekoso aka ne se nokore eye bako pe no matter the insults no matter the vilifications nokore koso aka uka nokore a wadwuru mu fine kuma mu fine wona bebi a onso ade so bia oman ne ye dia se dia trobu oman no a etuji yara ye nokore bu oman no so a ye benya so fa so se medi kankan me initial stages no se mineral resources organ ha nyina Ghana for dey to a hallelujah hallelujah amen enti mesan abo engineers and planet abaso na mabo azuma resources for abaso say enti ase atuma ye adwuma amasisi ye kase no engineers and planners and omakoje sa azuma resources no wakoje concession din nyina atiom hoka ama abeye holy Ghanaian Ghana for ne be to be bia Ghana for tiskani nyina beka Ghana ha I hope and pray say nyina hini box site nso no box site no so say president nua say president ne yere na say Ghana nko a problem bia ni ho so betumi aye nko ade a na Ghana nya so fa so a for me I don't have any problem nyina hini si agifi ni nsam yere koma cha anafo den ne fi so bae ye nya foku e wo ho be pese be sande ama Ghana ni na Ghana ni etu ye nya so fa so lithium no ebe ya mo fama Ghana fo na Ghana fo etu de ye ya eye ma ye nyina ye wa ya do ma da se de be hia yakra mu nyina